For those who are new or unfamiliar with my content, I would like to give a disclaimer. Slow Damage has an extremely self-destructive main character, and his nonchalant comments about his lack of concern for himself does trigger my nervous laughter. If you'd like to view my content that covers darker and triggering subjects like this one, please consume it responsibly and know that this content is not for minors. I want to emphasize that if you experience any of the severe symptoms that TOA does, I highly encourage that you seek professional help rather than view this playthrough. Welcome back to Slow Damage, Part 12. Welcome everybody, thank you for coming back. As always, last we played, Ray is in the hospital. He has ended up involved in the assault parties, or the fight parties. Along with one of his other friends, Arata. And right now, we are also unlocking the mystery of this mysterious figure that has appeared as well. That seems to have been the trigger for this whole chapter 2 of Ray's situation. Yes, we are still in chapter 2 of Ray's route. Let's see how far we can get today. Also apologies. The season is really messing with my allergies. It's also very hot, so my fans are on. That also might be adding to my congestion as well because it's so hot. I need the fans to keep me cool or I will overheat. So I am both congested because of the fans, the heat, and allergies because I'm very unfortunate. Not as unfortunate as our favorite friends in Slow Damage at this very moment, but oh, it's terrible. Alright, so let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it, everybody. All right. Do I remember how to play? Oh boy. Arriving at the cafe, I walked in promptly and placed a to-go order. The thick scent of coffee filled the air as relaxing music played in the background. It was always calm and peaceful here. The cafe had only just opened for the day, so there weren't many customers, and I could hear the sounds of the coffee brewing. Assault group. Who's behind us? Who's behind the assault group plaguing Shinkomi? Assault cases are popping up like daisies, reporting dozens of victims. So what's the motive behind the crimes? We spoke to Kay, a victim in District D, who noticed a share. Sorry. While I waited for the honey toast, I looked around the cafe and ruminated on that email. In my fantasies, the cusp of death is orgasmic. Who the hell would send Euphoria a violent photo of Ray? Considering Arata was the previous victim, it really didn't seem like a coincidence. Sure, Arata and I weren't close, but they were still a part of my life. Then, my phone buzzed in my coat pocket, so I checked it. Ooh, it's AG. Ooh, oh boy. Hello there, Toa-san. Can we meet? I need to speak with you. Same. Not the lowercase. He doesn't even capitalize. Perfect. How about tonight at Roost? Okay. See you then. Luckily, I can read the text. No, the text in the image. Right as our exchange finished, the manager walked out of the kitchen with a to-go bag in hand.
お待たせしました。
Have I ever seen the manager? Thanks for waiting. Oh, yes, also, because of my censorships that I've been having to do in more recent chapters, more recent parts, excuse me, I will probably start reading the dialogue here and there, just in case I have to kind of edit some of it. So, so if you hear me like talking for certain characters, or like I'm talking here and there, it's just because it's become a slight habit to kind of do it, just in case. Excuse me, gotta readjust. Okay. I took the bag, paid for my order, and left the cafe. Clinic, baby. When I returned, the clinic had already opened for the day, and there were a few patients already waiting. I passed through the waiting room and took the elevator to the medical ward. Then I walked to Ray's bed and set the paper bag on the bedside table. Oh, that's right, Ray's still, hospitalized.
買ってきたぞ。
Yes. Ray! Blinking, he opened his eyes.
やだ。ありがとう。
Oopsie daisy. Man, he's so pretty. I hate it here. Grimacing, he tried to push himself into a sitting position.
無理するなよ。
I'm not going to, Toa.
このくらい
Oh,
は平
he's
気。
so pretty with his
リハ
hair
ビリよ。
down.
リハビリ。
Sorry. Just gotta admire beauty. Using a pillow as back support, he leaned against the headboard and let out a breath.
ハニートーストは
Where's my honey toast? Right here, boss. I took the hint and pulled the honey toast out of the paper bag, plus the plastic utensils that came with it.
甘い匂いがする。美味しそう。
Nah, he's made me hungry too, dang.
このままでいいか。
I had like soup dumplings today. I'm just like, oh man, I should have ordered 2.
そうね。ちょっと食べにくいわね。
He paused to think for a moment, then shot me an impish smirk.
食べさせてくれる？
Sir, this is the hospital.
は？
Yeah, exactly.
たまにはいいじゃない。怪我人なのよ、私。
He's trying to riz us up, bruh. It ain't gonna work, it's Toa. And yet, for some reason, he seemed awfully smug about it. Normally, I would refuse, but I knew he couldn't feed himself right now, and I wasn't that much of a... I love Toa. With a dramatic sigh, I moved the container of honey toast back to the table and used the plastic utensils to cut it up. Then I stabbed a bite-sized piece and brought it to his mouth.
あー
He gleefully opened his mouth, but since he couldn't open it very wide, I had to carefully wedge the bite of toast past his teeth.
美味しい。
Sounds like couple stuff type of beat. 美味しいね. He smiled as he chewed.
美味しく感じるのは、あんたが
Extra
こんな
yummy?
珍しいことをしてるせいもあるわね。
Toe ain't gonna fall for it, but you know. You try it, Ray. You try
特
it.
別だからな。
Just this once.
わかってる。ありがとう。
He's putting on the riz, bro. Once he swallowed... Wow, I'm really bad. Once he swallowed, I stabbed another bite of toast and brought it to his mouth.
そういえば、さっき携帯で見たんだけど。
After a moment of chewing and swallowing... Sorry. I've been reading too much BL recently. He furrowed his
あ
brow.
の SNS のスレッドに私の画像がアップさ
He
れてたよ
found
ね
it, kids. He found
見
it.
た
Mite. I wasn't planning to tell him, but apparently he already knew about it.
本当に許せないんだけど何なのあれ新たな画像もあったしボロボロになってる人間を笑い物にして何が楽しいっていうのよ
Mood.
本当にもう犯人たちを全員この手で殺してやりたいくらいだわ
Okay. Enraged, he gripped the thin blanket until his knuckles went white.
お前が連れ去られた時はどういう状況だったんだ
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, where was
お
he?
店を閉めて帰ろうとしてた時よ
Oh,
詳しく
okay.
聞きたい
Tell me more, like does he have a cut? Sorry. At this, he looked at me in surprise.
興味あるのあんたが私のことに
Oh, that's... I mean, this is your route, right?
それって私が暴行されたからそれとも犯人のことが気になるから
boy. Ray said, "Are you risen me, or are you risen those bad guys?" Like Taku, Ray probably figured I wasn't capable of worrying for another human being.
両方
Both.
嘘
So,
信じないならそれ
oh
信じ
boy.
ないわよ
Because I sure don't. Oh, okay, work. After his retort, he let out a chuckle.
でも犯人のことが気になるって言わなかったのはあんたの優しさってことにしとくわ
Work.
好
Okay.
きにしろ
He's doing his best.
そうするわよで当時の状況ね
Oh boy. His gaze wandered as he thought back.
店から出たら黒い服を着た集団に取り囲まれたのよ10人かもう少しいたかもしれないわ
Dang. 10, maybe 12. That's a lot of dudes.
羽交い締めにされちゃってそのまま引きずられて黒いワゴンに乗せられたの
Station wagon. Oh
すぐに目
boy.
隠しされたからどの辺りを走ってたのかはわからないわあとは車から降ろされてひたすらボコボコボコボコ
You know, my assumption.
見えないから周りの状況はわからなかったけど殴られて蹴られまくって
My
笑い
assumption is
声とか
that
生やし立てる声がずっと聞こえてた
since Ray and the friends go to the death arena fight club fights, I feel like that's why they're being targeted. I mean, it's kind of like implication foreshadow type of thing. So that's my assumption, because I think it's like 2 out of 4 of them so far have been busted.
まさしく暴行パーティーよ奴らすっごく楽しそうだったもの特に自分を殴れって強要してくるリーダーっぽいやつが
そのリーダーが何かつぶやいてたんだろ
ああそうそう変だとか悔しいとか私を殴りながらそんなことを言ってたわあとは
He tried to remember further, but after a moment, he closed his eyes and shook his head in defeat.
ダメねそれ以上は思い出せない何しろ視界を塞がれてたし急所を守るので精一杯で周りに気を配る余裕がなかったの
そのくらいにしておけよ
Taku! Non-Taku route Taku. I looked over my shoulder right as Taku walked in.
例には休養が必要だとはお前変に首を突っ込もうとするなよ
I mean, Ray likes it though. Like, you know, what am I supposed to say to that, Taku? At this, I narrowed my eye.
お前が興味を持つってことは深入りしようとしてるってことだからな やめとけ。
You can't stop me. Oh, that sign can't stop me because I can't read.
やめておいた方がいいわ。じゃなきゃ私みたいになっちゃうわよ。
Have you looked at
これ
Toa,
以
Ray?
上俺の傷が増えたところで今と大して変わらないだ
I
ろ
was
う。
gonna say, I was like, have you looked at Toa? It's like his hobby.
そうい
He
う
said
話
so
じゃないと
himself.
昨日も言ったつもりだったんだがな。
Taku fixed me with a hard look. I said nothing and simply averted my gaze.
タク、ごめんね。
It's okay, boo. I know you don't mean it. Ray broke the tense silence with an apology.
何事？
しばらくクリニックのバイトできないから。
気にするな。
He's out here like, oh, sorry, I don't think I can work the clinic. Like, I don't think Ray can work at all for a while. And he's just like, I'm sorry, the clinic? And I'm like, Ray, calm down.
うん。でもルースとも休みをもらわなきゃいけないし、ボディアートのお客さんにも連絡しないと。
His triple work. His freelance, his day job, his side gig. Taku gently rubbed Ray's shoulder.
今は回復することだけを考えるんだ。いいな。
うん。
Ray nodded as a token of reassurance. Taku gave him a little pat. Meanwhile, I contemplated everything Ray had told me. Let's talk about it. The group had a leader who demanded that Ray punch him. Supposedly, he was heard saying something like, "It's not right," and infuriating. There had to be more to this group than purely reveling in the violence they inflicted on others. I had plans to meet with Eiji tonight. Maybe he knew something about it. With that thought, I quietly listened to the conversation. Slow damage. I thought they were going to continue talking. That's why I didn't preemptively try. Okay, one moment. I had to hire my fan, but I didn't want it to like get picked up by the microphone, so when I arrived at Roost, the manager spotted me immediately. He looked like he wanted to talk, so I went straight to the counter.
トワ君、こんばんは。レイ君はどう？
Oh, he's injured. That's for sure. Not even in the sexy way.
動き回れる状態じゃないな。
Terrible.
この店と人体改造の客を気にしてた。
He really was. You know, he's so sweet.
そんなこと気にしなくていいのに。ボディアートのお客さんも僕の方から言っておくから、ゆっくり休むようにレイ君に伝えてね。
That's right. So supportive.
ああ。
I nodded, then looked around the room.
待ち合わせ？
エイジとな。
The homie! And I spotted the guy in question sitting at a table. I rose to my feet and walked over to him. He was tinkering with a small device in his lap. When I sat down across from him, he looked up in alarm, then realized it was me and smiled.
あ、トワさん、こんばんは。
こんばんは。
あら、トワ。
Honami! Honami came to take our order, but frowned as soon as they laid eyes on me.
レイの様子はどう？
しばらくは安静だろうな。
So it's about Ray, what about me?
今日レイから連
I'm
絡
just
が来
joking.
たから少しほっとしたけど、レイがいない間は私たちが頑張るから。
Those are the homies for real, for real. Then they raised their eyebrows at me.
それで何にする？
What will we have,
ウ
Toa?
イスキー、ロックで。
Just like I thought. Just like I thought.
オッケー、ちょっと待っててね。
They walked off to the counter. Meanwhile, AJ continued to tinker with his device.
何それ？
新型爆弾の改造です。威力を倍にしようと思って。
Good to know.
もし手違いで爆発したら終わりだな。
Mood.
手違いなんて僕が起こすはずないじゃないですか。安心してください。
He donned a self-assured grin and sipped his drink through straw. It was dark brown and bubbly, so it was probably soda.
話したいことってなんだ？
お待たせ。
Here you go. Onami hurried back with my drink set on the table and walked off.
前に話した暴行パーティーを行う集団について少し分かったことがありまして。
Ooh, work. I set my lighter and cigarettes on the table and looked at Eiji.
レイさんが襲われたって聞いたんですけど、大丈夫なんですか？
I mean, I.
今朝ハニートーストを頼まれた。
That's not the answer, Toa. At this, he chuckled.
それじゃ順調に回復してるって感じですかね。で、その暴行グループなんですけど、組でも話題になってるんですよ。
Well, yeah, they're cramping our style, you
この
know.
まま放っておいたんじゃ示しがつかないって。一応組の方でも捕まえようとはしてるんです。
Oh boy.
ただあのグループって常に決まったメンバーじゃなくて頻繁に入れ替わってるみたいで、
It'd be like that.
まあ中心になってる人たちは動かないんでしょうけど。例の SNS の犯行予告見ました？
Website.
あ
Oh yeah, that's right. They have like a weird warning.
あれ
Type of
全
beat.
然当てにならないんですよね。何も起こらない時もありますし、手高をくくってたらレイさんがやられちゃうし。
そのことについて聞こうと思ってた。
はい、では早速。暴行集団のリーダー格なんですけど、桐原という男じゃないかって噂があって。
Work.
桐原。
はい、年は20代で赤毛でいつもマスクをしていて、でいろいろと調べたんですけど、これくらいしか情報が出てこなくて。
I don't think it was I don't think it was the senpai dude, right?
珍しいな。
そうなんですよ。情報収集には絶対の自信があるんですけどね、どうもつかみどころがないっていうか謎が
Well,
多
he's
い
a
やつら
snake,
しくて。
alright. Not in the good way.
でも妙に人気があって名前だけは割と知られてるみたいです。その桐原が暴行パーティーに関わってるんじゃないかって噂になってるんですよね。
That would make sense. That would make sense.
桐原か。
That large of a social circle. Ooh, let's go.
トワさん、何か心当たりあります？
No.
いや、そいつかどうかはわからない。けど、ユーフォリア宛てにメールが来た。わざわざレイが暴行されてる画像を添付して。
え、どういうことですか？
画像は SNS に貼られてるのと同じだ。わざわざユーフォリア宛てに送ってきたってことは、おそらく俺とレイが知り合いだってことを知っ。
確かに。うっと。
His device started to slide off his lap, and he hastily caught
っ
it.
てことは村瀬クリニックの患者さんやルーストのお客さんという可能性もゼロじゃないわけで
Ooh,
すね。
that's true. That's true.
ただのいたずらか、警告か、それとも犯人からの煽りなのか。
なるほど。桐原って名前の患者さんはって言っても名字が同じ人なんてたくさんいますもんね。
Yeah, it's kinda.
とりあえず僕はルーストの客も含めて桐原の情報をもっと探ってみます。何か分かったら連絡しますね。
Work.
あ、
It always depend on Eiji. Surprised he doesn't have a route. You know, he's kind of
それじゃ
kinda.
僕はそろそろ行きます。
Literally like so useful. He gently eased the device into his backpack, then rose to his feet.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi nasai. With a bow, he walked to the counter to pay his bill, then sauntered out of the building. Pinching my cigarette between my fingers, I took a sip of whiskey and reflected on our conversation. There's a man named Kirihara who is allegedly linked to the lynch mob. And someone had sent Euphoria an email with a grisly photo of Ray attached. Just then, I wondered what would happen if I responded to that email. I pulled my phone from my coat pocket and opened my inbox. Then I replied to the email in question with a quick, "Let's meet up." If it actually worked, I could get answers to a whole bunch of questions at once. But I knew it probably wouldn't be that easy, so I set my phone down on the table. Slow damage. Not slow damage. After Ruth closed for the night, I was walking home to the clinic when I spotted someone sitting on the sidewalk. It was a man with his knees tucked up to his chin, burying his face from sight. His features seemed vaguely familiar, so I came to a stop right next to him. He sensed my presence and slowly looked down.
父さん
Mizuno! Sure enough, it was Mizuno. His face was covered in scrapes and bruises, just like the night he was brought into the clinic. Or maybe even worse. I wonder if it's him.
またやられたのか。
はいというか
You sure? He started to say something, then hung his head.
前と同じ。
Oh, same guys. There we go. He didn't answer, he just sat there clutching his knees.
クリニックへ連れて行ってください
Oh, bless his child. He sounded so weak and helpless. With a sigh, I crouched down. And I put his arm around my shoulders, slid my arm around his torso, and hauled him up into a standing position. Oh,
ありがとうございます
let's go. Wincing, he smiled slightly, but I didn't respond. Instead, I slowly started to drag him down the street. Slow down. It's too early. Oh boy, here we go. Mizuno's treatment took place in the exam room. Once we got him on the exam table, treatment began. I stood next to Taku and helped with whatever he asked.
前回よりもひどくやられてるな。また同じ連中の仕業か？
Of course they're the same guys, Taku. Taku frowned at Mizuno.
わかりません
実はな、さっきも集団に襲われて怪我をしたって患者さんが運ばれてきたんだ。
Oh boy.
複数の骨折が見られた上に意識不明でな。うちは例もいるから鷹の口医院の方で見てもらうことになった。申し訳ないと思ったが手一杯でな。
Yeah, we got the small clinic, you know, we
本
ain't
当に
rich.
最近多いんですね
ああ、
そういえばレイさんは大丈夫なんですか
He's still in the hospital, honey.
処置室で寝てるぞ。今のところは順調に回復してる。
そうなんだよかった今度お見舞いに来てもいいですか
Sounds sussy.
そいつは構わん
Sounds
が、
sussy, boss.
その前に自分の体を心配した方がいい。
That's the homie.
ですよね
Smiling, Mizuno winced.
君は犯人を見たのか？
犯人全員黒い服を着ていたのは見たんですけど
Bro, if Mizuno is like a participant in those things, like actually, I'm gonna go bug wild.
言いたいことがあるなら言えよ。
There was a long pause as Mizuno contemplated something. Then he looked at me with determination.
犯人はもしかしたら中村くんじゃないかってほんの少しだけ思ったんですでもやっぱり彼のはずがないって思い直して
中村ってのは誰だ？
バイト先の人なんですけど僕に対す
Oh,
る
that's
当た
right.
り
The
が
guy
少し
that's no Gucci.
強くて
Okay, at work.
いじめられてるってことか？
Yes.
そうは思いたくないんですけどね
He smiled sadly.
レイを襲ったのはかなりヤバそうな連中だったって話だけど。
At this, his expression darkened further.
中村くん、急に態度が表変することがあって。いえ、でも、だからそうだとは。
You still gotta consider it, honey. Evidently, he didn't want to believe that Nakamura could have been part of it. Likewise, I didn't think Nakamura was one of them either. The guy was all talk. He'd never have the guts. I was more interested in the Kirihara guy. Oh, Eiji mentioned.
よし、終わったぞ。
Let's go, besties. Taku let out a breath and looked at Mizuno with sympathy.
前回の怪我が治りきっていないのに災難としか言いようがないが、どこか痛むようならまた来てくれ。
はい。ありがとうございます。
Mizuno seemed to want to say something more, but instead he looked at the white walls.
絶対に死にたくない。死んでたまるもんか。
Ooh, that's a
どんな
thing.
に強くそう思っていたとしても、それが許されない状況になったら、
The tone changed
人
really
間は
fast.
結局死ぬしかないんですよね。
The energy changed real fast. Taku and I both looked over at him. It sounded like he was talking to himself out of nowhere.
そんなことはないぞ。
Taku chided him gently.
もうダメだと思っても、もしかしたら突破口があるかもしれない。最後の最後までわからんよ。
そうですね。
Boy. Mizuno smiled weakly.
だが、君は新興味を出てもいいかもしれんな。
It's true. True, he probably should.
それはどういう。
It ain't for you, honey.
こう何度も暴力沙汰に巻き込まれていたら、命がいくつあっても足りないだろう。
It's true.
それに、君は新興味にいるようなタイプじゃないと思うんだが。
弱いってことですよね。いろいろな意味で。
Taku said,
そう
please
は言っ
leave.
てない。
いえ、いいんです。自分でも分かってるので。でも、
Oh,
帰りたくても帰れなくて。
was kicked out?
一人暮らしなのか？
Oh.
はい。
家族は本土に？
そうです。
帰れないってのは、未来の嫁候補ができるまで帰ってくるなと言われてるとか、そういうことか？
I think he's gay. Is he gay? Taku's hypothesis made Mizuno smile.
いえ、
だったら、今度の実家に身を寄せるのもいいんじゃないか？
Oh no, we're prying. Frowning, Mizuno fell silent. Maybe he didn't want to talk about his family. All that aside, I hadn't considered the possibility that this violent mob would attack the same person twice. Was it just coincidence, or were they targeting him on purpose? That would lend itself to the theory that Nakamura was involved, but it didn't seem to fit.
いいか、少し気になることがある。
あ、はい、なんでしょう。
Let's go, besties. Give me the tea. Give me the tea,
詳し
bestie.
く。
Tell me what you've seen of the culprits. Black. Details. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it, homie. They hide their
見えませんで
faces.
した。
They did, so no good luck. Dang.
それで、
場所はわかりません。
Ooh, ouchies. Let's see. Let's try negative.
ネガティブ。本当に
You don't remember anything?
すみません。
Afraid not, sorry. Oh, darn it. Okay. Oh yeah, but where? Give me the cheat.
聞かせろ。
You obviously remember where they took you, right?
そうですね。
Oh yes, it was near Central Park.
次は
Why would the group target you? Any ideas?
心当たりはあります。
Why you ask? I think I might know. What's the no? Ask casually.
Negative.
Let's try.
ああ、
Is it him? The bully you talked about?
どうして。
Ooh. Yeah.
ああ。本当に
それは。
I'm not sure. Sounds fun. Okay.
あ
Let's just press, baby.
あ、あ
So the bully has fun doing it.
はい。
Ooh. His smoke is swaying.
あ。この傷跡。
Think.
桐原。
Darn.
暴行集団のリーダーはわかるか？
あ、すみません。
Darn. Should have done the other one. Looks like I was wrong.
欲望の答えは
Okay, let's see. Well, let's see here.
暴行パーティー。
No.
暴行パーティーをどう思う？
What do you think of these songs?
本当にやめてほしいです。
Looks like I was
こ
wrong.
の傷跡を
Well, it's one of these guys. Nakamura? Yeah.
中村。
We only got 2 more left, so. Come on, baby. You can do it.
お前は中村が犯人だと思ってるのか？
He thinks so.
僕をいじめたがってるのは今のところ彼ぐらいしか思い当たらなくて。
Yes, we should.
まだ聞きたいことがある。
ええ。
Dig deeper.
そうだな。
Do you know anyone else
Oi.
who's a Taco?
自分以外に2人ほど。
2 others?
ポジティブ。
We gotta go, we gotta go.
なるほ
We
ど
gotta。do it.
わかりません。
それから。
ほとんどの人が素手でした。
Oh, lordy.
ポジティブに。確かに。
はい。
Oh, here, let's do the second one.
なあ。
と。
Oh, come on, baby.
あ
I'm just gonna
あ。
push
ど
it
うなん
all.
だ？
笑いながらやってました。
Alright. His smoke is really
聞
swaying.
かせてくれ。
そうですね。
That's usually how that goes. Ask another.
ポジティブ。
Let me ask one
だ
more.
としても。
Ugh, Mizuno, you're killing me. I just always use a little inspiration, excuse me. Just looks like I'm out of time.
求めているものは
Well,
ハプレスチルドレン
I think I'm missing
お前
one.
もハプレスチルドレンってやつか
そうなるんでしょうか。
What? Mizuno wins skillfully.
傷を
I don't. A wound.
暴行パーティー
I don't think this is the right one.
最悪です。
Yeah, I'm missing one. Mizuno wins
傷
skillfully.
跡を
This? Oh, okay. I'm dumb. I was just like, hello. It's because I tried it first and it said no, so.
桐原って名前に心当たりはあるか
誰ですか？すみません。わからないです。
So you
こ
say.
の違和感
Yeah, something.
質問は終わりですか？トワさん。
Interesting. Interesting. The conversation did little to allay the feeling that something wasn't adding up. Ray and Narata were both deathmatch veterans. It was possible the culprit wanted to get revenge on them. But Mizuno looked like he couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Or was he hiding something? Something that would make the mob go after him?
とは水野さんは怪我人なんだぞ。あまり疲れさせるな。
Taku, I need you to calm down. You know this business. Taku shook his head at me, then looked at Mizuno.
もし辛いようなら休んでいってもいいが。
いえ、大丈夫です。本当にありがとうございました。
Mizuno rose from his chair and bowed politely.
そうか。何かあったらすぐに電話してくれ。
はい。
それじゃあ会計は向こうでするからついてきてくれ。
Now give me money. Okay. Taku left the exam room ahead of us. Mizuno started to follow him, then paused and looked back at me. Yes. He scrutinized me for a few seconds, then left the room without another word. What was that about? He looked like he had something to say. Maybe he wanted to talk more. Confused, I stared at the door long after it had closed behind him. Slow down. No. Yeah, boy. Oh gosh, 5:58. Lord have mercy. I was sitting on the sofa, smoking a cigarette and watching TV when my phone buzzed on the coffee table. I picked it up and checked my notifs. Oh, it was an email with no subject line from the same email address that sent me the photo of Ray. I'd emailed them asking to meet up, and now they had replied, but there was no text written in the body of the email, only a file attachment. Oh boy. I opened it to find a photo of Mizuno being assaulted. Fascinating. I navigated to Chaos Zone. Then I tapped on a chat thread and skimmed over the posts. Sure enough, someone had posted photos of Mizuno. Setting aside whether the center was part of the mob, they clearly knew that I was acquainted with both Ray and Mizuno. Were they trying to send a message to Euphoria or to me? This didn't feel like a coincidence anymore. Squinting in the cigarette smoke, I gazed down at the photo of Mizuno being attacked. And unlike last time, I felt nothing. Interesting. Slow damage. I got it. Woo! Okay. Lordy. The mystery is Still mysterious. I got a bit of sleep, then woke up before noon. No work today. I rose to my feet, got dressed, and left the building. My destination, Krishna. Mizuno seemed to suspect Nakamura, but I felt differently. If I could get another look at him, maybe I could find out for sure. Arriving at Krishna, I walked in and a waiter came to greet me.
いらっしゃいま。
It's Mizuno!
父さん。
He faltered partway through, his eyes wide in surprise. It was Mizuno wearing a face mask. He was probably trying to hide the injuries.
昨日の今日でもう出てるのか。
Yeah, you supposed to be resting, boy. He looked back at me sadly and lowered his voice.
本当は休もうと思ったんですけど、休むなと言われてしまって。
Oh, pain. His gaze shifted and I followed it to find Nakamura carrying plates of food with an annoyed look on his face.
それじゃ、お席にご案内します。
Oh boy. Mizuno started walking, so I followed him. He led me to a table and I sat down.
今、お水とおしぼりをお持ちしますね。
Ooh, towel for my hands, let's go. With that, Mizuno was about to head back to the kitchen when suddenly...
なんだその態度は!
Oh. A loud voice echoed across the dining room and everyone went quiet. I looked over and saw that the customer at Nakamura's table was beet red with rage.
もっと心を込めて謝れないのか!
This dude needs some vitamin C.
だからすみませんでしたって言ってんじゃねえか。
Ooh. Nakamura muttered under his breath, which only enraged the customer even more.
おい、今なんて言った? いや、別に何も。
Oh boy.
お前!
Just then, there was a loud crash elsewhere in the room. Instantly, everyone froze and looked at me, because I had just kicked my table over.
うるせえよ。
Work. The angry customer looked at me and fell silent. For a moment, Nakamura stood there stunned. Then when we made eye contact, he recoiled and fled to the kitchen. As I watched the scrawny twerp retreat, I became convinced that he wasn't involved with the violent mob. He was the type to change his attitude depending on who he was talking to. He only ever acted tough if he was confident he wouldn't be challenged. He wasn't a brawler, he was just a small fry who verbally vented his frustrations on the weak. Besides, that argument with the customer didn't change his smoke at all. It was still as unremarkable as ever. Ooh. He said your name.
ごめんなさい。
As the other customers continued to stare at me, Mizuno rushed back and bowed to me deeply.
不快な気分にさせてしまって、本当に申し訳ありませんでした。
It's fine.
いや、別に。
It's fine. I wasn't actually upset at all. I only did it to gauge Nakamura's reaction.
でも、
Timidly, Mizuno looked at me with palpable fear and hesitation.
ちょっとした実験。
Experiment.
実験？
What? What?
気にするな。
As he stared at me in confusion, I shook my head slightly.
ただ、あいつは小物だな。
He do be tiny time. I pulled my lighter and cigarettes out of my coat pocket, then jerked up my chin in the direction of the kitchen.
え？
He looked over at his shoulder at the pizza, then looked back at me puzzled.
インドビールとチキン。
Did I just say pizza? Sorry. Ignoring his gaze, I recited the same order from last time.
はい、少々お待ちください。
He snapped back to his senses, straightened his posture, and briskly walked back to the kitchen. I lit a cigarette and took a long drag. Slow damage. Every time. On my way back home from Krishna, I felt my phone buzz in my coat pocket. Eiji, let's go. Give me some tea. As I walked, I pulled it out to check. Eiji was calling me.
あ、父さん。
何？
ですね、 至急お知らせしたいことがありまして。
Okay.
実は組の方で例の集団暴行グループのメンバーの末端を捕まえたらしいんですけど、今夜暴行パーティーがあるって吐いたみたいで。
Oh, okay.
本当かどうかは分かりませんけど、一緒に行ってみませんか？
Sure.
桐原の方はどうなってる？
情報を探ってはいるんですけど、全然です。相当用心深いのか、自分の痕跡を残さないって感じですね。今夜本当にパーティーがあるなら桐原も来てくれないかななんて都合のいいことを
Let's hope, baby.
ま、そううまくはいかないでしょうけどね。それじゃまた連絡します。
The call ended and I stuffed my phone back into my pocket. Now that I had confirmed that Nakamura wasn't the mastermind, it made me even more curious about Kirihara. But if even Eiji couldn't track him down, then he was probably near impossible to find. Maybe he wore disguises or wigs to keep people from recognizing him. If only the mob would target me so I didn't have to go to all this trouble. With that thought, I kept walking. Slow down. Back at my apartment, I was having a cigarette on the sofa when someone knocked on the door.
今いいか？
Oh boy, sure. I got nothing but time, apparently. The door opened and Taku peeked his head in. I nodded and then he entered. I figured he would invite me to get food with him, but the look on his face was far too serious for that.
例のことなんだが。
Oh boy. He paused, fixing me with a stern look.
少し気にかけてやってくれないか？
Naguchi.
どういう意味だ？
Why would Ray need a babysitter when he was already bedridden?
つまり
Did he try to, like, get up? Hesitating, Taku rubbed the back of his hand.
クリニックを閉めてから残ってると、レイが処置室で泣いたり暴れたりすることがあってな。昨日は鎮静剤を打ったんだ。どうも寝ている時に発作的に起こるようなんだ。元気そうに振る舞ってはいるが。
Interesting.
思った以上に精神的なダメージを受けているのかもしれん。俺ももちろん気をつけるが、できればお前も気にかけてやってくれないか。
What if he's always slept that way? You know what I mean? With that, he left the room. Then I remembered the time Ray's smoke had gone on a rampage, trying to attack me. I was startled at the time, but now I suspect that maybe Ray was a lot less emotionally stable than he let on. Can't judge a book by its cover, after all. Surely Ray had a dark side just like anyone else. What could he be hiding? I was sincerely curious. Whatever his secret, I wanted to get a glimpse. Maybe I gotta bust him, you know? Take him out for dinner. Like, my mind wandered as I smoked my cigarette, and before I knew it, the sun had set. By this point, even I was tired of the nicotine taste. I decided to head out. Exploration? Is it time? I crushed my cigarette in the ashtray, rose to my feet, and pulled on my coat. We going out, besties. Let's go. Alright. Where are we going? Alright, last we left off, we're about to do some explorations. It is December 28th. Okay, perfect. So, last... in Taku's route, we did have a party. We went to the New Year's Christmassy party type of beat at Roost. So, where are we right now? What is our current status? Okay, we just talked with her. Oh, we just saw Mizuno? You know, I just saw him, and was so buck wild. I like we just saw him at his job. All right, let's see here. So we don't need to go to Tajima's, but let's go. We don't need to go to Hakuita, or I could, you know. Someone there. Let's give it a go. Give it a go. Maybe I'll run into an extra ending here. That'll be terrible. Okay. All right, who's here? This is Hakuita Street in District D. Nobody's here. Sorry. I don't know where Toho come from.
No.
Oh, what are you doing here? At my question, Taku looked up. Taku.
Oh, Toa.
Oh, it's you, Toa. Well, it's a long story. Let's talk. Give me some inspo. See, a patient recommended I try these. He held up his phone screen. Some kind of pancakes? Yeah, doesn't it just look like the sort of thing Ray would love? Oh. But they told me it's actually not that sweet, and I guess it's the latest craze or something, but because multiple patients have recommended it to me. When I asked Ray about it, obviously he told me it's delicious, so at this point, I figured I'm gonna have to try it, you know. What do you think? What do I think? Well, let's play along.
Positive.
Why not?
いいんじゃないか.
I don't see anything bad going on. Couldn't hurt to try it. Though it's gonna be sugary for sure. Okay, come on, give me some tea. I've never been the biggest fan of sweets, but it'd be nice if I could work on that. So I figured I'd take what I can get, but I guess it's not that simple. Ooh.
Yosh.
Good. Yes, that's what I want. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I'll pass after all. Thanks for the advice. Oh, sweet. Taku is so sweet in this chapter, like, but I think it's also because, like, we don't see the darkness in him in, you know, since it's Ray's chapter. So, should I pass through here? Okay. All right. As I walked down the narrow alley, I caught sight of a familiar face. Kotaro? Sorry. How did I know? It was Kotaro chatting with a male escort I didn't know. The escort pulled a wad of bills from his wallet and handed it to Kotaro. Once Kotaro counted it all, the other man bowed and left.
Yo!
That was pretty peaceful considering your usual shake-up style. Say what? I'm not gonna get rough with a guy who's willing to pay up.
What?
Hey, are you free? Wanna swing by the deathmatch area? Oh boy, let's be positive. Maybe next time. What? You got a hot date or something?
別に.
You're no fun. Guess I'll hit up Mayu or someone. You gonna compete? I told you last time, remember? We're not allowed to join in. We just patrol the place. Have you ever been tempted to compete anyway?
Oh, no.
You kidding me? Every time! I'd love to... But when you go against the order from upstairs, it only creates more hassle. Easier for me to avoid the lecture altogether. In the long run, I'd rather they just let me do my thing in peace. No sense in adding needless complications, am I right? Oh, well that was... okay. Well, that's sad of me. Okay, I didn't get nothing fancy. Guess I'll watch... Okay, let's go here. Darn! Okay, I didn't get nothing.
Toa!
It's Toa! Mayu. I looked up at the boys and spotted Mayu standing right in front of me. Hi, Mayu.
Genki?
How are you? Decent, I guess. What are you doing here? Waiting for somebody?
Yeah.
No, not really. What about you? I don't have plans anymore, so I thought we'd go shopping. For what, like his girl? His waifu? Shopping for what? Stuff I like. Can you guess? What's her name? The Maho Shoujo lady. Should probably play along when I answer. Disagree? Yeah, go all in. Let's go all in. Why not? It's a new day, baby. Candy? You're always sucking on a lollipop.
違うよ.
Bzzz. Incorrect. It's Maho Shoujo lady. The answer is yes, I was right. Yukimi-chan merch. Is Yukimi the one on your shoulder? Oh wait. Is that her? No, he has one here on his lower abdomen. No, not that one. Well, they all look identical to me.
Eh?
Identical? No way! They're not the same at all. Work. Thank you, Mayu.
そうか.
I see. You can never truly understand me.
またね.
Anyway, I gotta go shopping now. See you later. See you. Okay. Oh, I've grown to love Mayu. Even though I was so irritated with Mayu and Kotaro every time. I wonder if you ever go shopping too. Hya-ha! Hya-ha! Is that how he sounds? Hya-ha! Is that how he's supposed to sound? Okay. Let's get some goodies, y'all. What else I got here? What else I got? Oh, it's my bestie. Hey. Not again. Yeah. Did you know? They caught the assault party, guys. Their defining trait is their all-black dress code, but their leader's a real pro. Even the gang's having trouble catching him. Hopefully, they nab him soon. Shinkomi has a better economy than the mainland, but they're both still in a recession either way. People are losing their jobs every day, tons of folks being hounded by debt collectors. If you can't repay your debt, they'll stick a web tag in you so they can monitor you. I don't think I could sleep at night. Did you know? There's a rumor that Sakaki Hideyasu is the Takasato Gumi's new leader. Apparently he steamrolled Tono Masami's opposition. Yeah, screw Tono. But a lot of people are unhappy about it, so they're protesting. Things are tense. But I guess you knew that. Lately, eyewitnesses have reported a naked man jumping onto people's windshields. Yikes, what the heck? I wonder what his deal is. Is he on drugs or suicidal? Or is it his kink? Maybe it's just an urban legend. Or maybe he's trying to commit insurance fraud? In this town? Probably not. Okay. One more, yeah? No business, no business. Okay, police station. Let's go, besties. One more, one more. What we got, besties? This is the Shinkomi police station, also known as the only form of criminal justice that exists in this town. On paper, it's a branch of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, and it's basically just a puppet. Shinkomi is considered a special administrative region of Japan. We have our own independent government and our own laws. Who's here? In other words, the Takasato Gumi has all the power here. They decide what constitutes a crime. That's why a fair number of murders and accidental deaths go unpunished. In Shinkomi, the police are useless. As I passed the police station, a guy I knew walked out. Oh, hey bestie, how's it going? Oh, Toa-san! Hey. What's going on? There's still plenty of time before we're scheduled to meet up. What are you doing here, of all places? You didn't get arrested, did you?
何が?
Does it look like I did? He waved his hand vigorously. No, not at all. What are you doing here? Passing on information.
もちろんです.
I know basically everything that goes on in Shinkomi after all. So I periodically offer my services to the police.
へえ.
And the Takasato Gumi is fine with that?
Eh.
Yeah, they don't care. They basically own the police after all. Indeed, the Shinkomi police force was inextricably linked with the Takasato Gumi. Wow, that took me a hot minute. Evidently, anything the gang learned found its way to the cops. Okay, what you got for me? That reminds me, I wanted to ask you something. Toa-san, do you have any interest in explosives? No. I'm gonna put the euphoria down. I've been putting it too high. Not really. I see. That's a shame. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have said positive so he'd give me. That reminds me, Toa-san, do you know a guy named Inada? Yes.
Yeah.
The bestie. Lately, he's been lurking all over Shinkomi, sniffing around the place. He really seems interested in me and anything that ties back to me. That said, I have a lot of enemies, so I couldn't begin to guess which one of them he is. I wonder what he's after. Oh, okay, that's a good foreshadowing. There's been so much violence recently. The cops have been working nonstop. Okay. Alright, so where do we go, kids? Okay, I think we're good. Let's head home. And exploration. Y'all. Have mercy. I'm like I'm really a little stumped. Obviously the homie Mizuno, is that his name? Mizuno has something to do with the club. You know, like obviously he probably knows more than he's letting on, but we're just gonna pretend right now and let the story unfold for itself. When I returned to my apartment, I flopped down on the sofa without even stopping to remove my coat. Then I reached down to the floor, but the bottle of booze was gone. Hello? With a frustrated growl, I pulled my pack of cigarettes from my pocket and lit one up. Mood. Around 8 p.m., Mizuno turned up at the clinic with a bouquet of flowers. A short while beforehand, Taku had sent me a message to let me know he was coming. He was still busy with work, so he wanted me to go down there and cover for him. Arriving at the first floor, I spotted Mizuno walking into the raid room. Okay, his name is Mizuno. I was just like, what was his name?
Toa-san, konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
こっちだ。
What's up with you? What's up with you? He bowed politely and I escorted him upstairs to the medical ward. But as we walked, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Oh, Mizuno's smoke was slightly different this time, tinged with red and swaying relentlessly. I interpreted this to mean he was giddy. Was he really that eager to see Ray? Interesting. Inside the medical ward, Ray was sitting upright against the headboard, using a pillow as back support. His complexion looked healthy. Evidently, he was recovering swiftly. When he saw me, I clicked too fast.
こんばんは。お見舞いに来ました。
Okay, sussy.
やだ。わざわざ気を使ってくれてありがとう。優しいわね、水野ちゃん。
I need you to turn off the Riz for a second, Ray, okay? We don't know. We don't know what's up with Mizuno right now. Blushing, Mizuno smiled, but then it curled into a frown.
僕、レイさんの話を聞いて、本当にびっくりして。
He's sussy.
しかもクリスマスパーティーの直後だなんて。神様は意地悪すぎます。
Okay. Kinda sus.
私もびっくりだったわよ。でも、水野ちゃんこそまた襲われたんでしょ？タクから聞いたわよ。
Interesting.
もう、顔の傷が増えてるじゃない。大丈夫？
I don't know. Seems sassy to me.
あ、はい。僕は全然。むしろ、そろそろ慣れてしまいそうです。
Okay.
やめて。慣れないで。
Can y'all like not? They looked at each other and laughed.
でも、こうやって笑えるのも、皆さんがいてくれたからだと思います。僕一人じゃ抱えきれなかったかもしれません。
Okay, likely story.
水野ちゃん。
calm down. Meanwhile, I stood a few feet away watching them. Christmas party. But something wasn't right. I just couldn't put my finger on what it was.
レイさん、両手怪我されたんですか？
At this, Ray shifted
ちょっと
awkwardly.
ね、怪我しちゃって。
Most of his injuries were healing up nicely, but his hands were covered in fresh bandages all the way to his fingertips. It wasn't the mob that did it. It was probably Ray himself chewing his nails to the quick. This was a bad habit he fell into whenever he was stressed.
痛いんですか？見た目が悪いから隠してるだけ。
Oh boy.
早く治してくださいね。
Uh-huh.
ありがとう。
I bet you do. Sorry. That was where the conversation petered out. Normally, Ray would have prepared a new topic in advance to prevent any awkward silence, but evidently he wasn't back to his old self yet. Instead, Mizuno hastily spoke up.
そういえば、今日すごかったんですよ。ね、トワさん。
What are you talking about?
あら、何がすごかったの？
What is he referring to?
今日トワさんがクリシノへ来てくれたんです。
Oh, I see.
その時、中村くんがお客さんと少し揉めて、でもトワさんがうるさいって一括したら、中村くんもお客さんも静かになっちゃって。
Wait, that's not. Well, I guess that would be okay. I guess. My little translation ears. He giggled at the memory.
トワさんが帰ってから中村くん、ずっと機嫌が悪そうにブツブツ何か言ってました。
Oh boy.
僕なんか目に入ってない感じで。
Well, I guess that's good for him because he doesn't get beat up.
そんなことがあったのね。私もその場にいたかったわ。
Don't worry, Ray. We'll work on
びっ
it.
くりしましたけど、少し気分が晴れました。トワさんって本当は怖い人なんですか？
Are you secretly
実は
scared?
すっご
No,
く喧
he's
嘩が強い
just
とか、
scary.
足が速いとか。
No, Toa's just really scary. You don't even know, honey. Maybe you'll know later. Maybe you're the one who's gonna help me get this next painting. So, I'm assuming it's you. If it's not you, I don't know. You know, I'm pretty sure it's you.
そうよ。本当はすっごく怖くて喧嘩が強くて足が速いのよ。
Thanks, Ray. Thanks for backing me up there. Ray joked along and Mizuno laughed.
もしそれが全部本当だったらすごいですね。楽しいな。意外性があればあるほど物事は面白く感じるのよ。
Ray's
は
right.
い。
Then Ray's expression clouded over, and he looked at Mizuno.
水野ちゃん、私、あなたは本当にいい人だと思う。
What is this foreshadowing?
だからこそこうも思うの。こんな町に住んでたら危ないんじゃないかって。
Yeah, it's like we gotta be a little messed up to live in Shinkomi.
それ、村瀬先生にも言われました。
Interesting. Mizuno smiled stiffly.
昔から新興民にいるわけじゃないのよね。
How do you know?
はい。この町へ来た理由は？
Oh, the smoke is... Did the smoke just change? Oh, the smoke is moving. I was just like, the smoke? Uh-oh, here we go. Give me the tea, Mizuno.
無理には聞かないけど、もし話せるなら。
No, let him tell us. He hung his head for a moment, then looked back at Ray.
兄を探してるんです。
Oh!
お兄さんを？はい。兄はもともと素行が悪くて、学校でも暴れて問題になったり、事件を起こしたりして、
Fascinating.
家にもほとんどいなかったんですけど、なぜか弟の僕には目をかけてくれて、そんな兄の消息が3年前に途絶えたんです。それからずっと探してるんですけど、全然見つからなくて。
Well, that's where the title of this chapter comes from, I suppose.
それで、もしかしたら新興民にいるんじゃないかって思って。
Oh, he just like came in blind? Oh, have mercy on me. Okay. Well, this is gonna be a time.
こういう街なので、
It seems
兄
like
が
his kind
好
of
きそ
place.
うだなって。
Honey,
そうだったのね。でも水野ちゃんもう2回もひどい目に遭ってるのよ。せめて誰かに相談するとか一緒に探してもらうとかした方がいいんじゃないかしら。
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of, if this is true, he's literally searching blind. He has no information. He literally like jumped into the ocean, basically looking for a semi-large fish. Not even semi-large, like medium small in the ocean. You know, it could be anybody. It could be anywhere.
そうですね。できれば自分で探したかったんですけど、それも考えてみます。
Mizuno smiled weakly, and Ray looked back at him with sympathy. Meanwhile, I thought long and hard about what felt so off to me. And then I realized something. Come on, Toa, give me the tea. I pulled my phone out of my pants pocket and swiftly sent a message to AG. What are you sending, Toa? Slow damage. No, I'm just joking. It's not slow damage. It's just a fade out. Okay, come on, bestie. When it came time for Mizuno to head home, Ray asked me to walk with him, so the two of us left the clinic together.
今日はありがとうございました。村瀬先生にもお礼を伝えておいてください。
Oh, I'll tell him, all right, Mizuno. Mizuno inclined his head, then looked at me intently.
聞いてもいいですか?
Maybe. I looked over and waited for him to continue.
トワさんってどうしてそんなに傷だらけなんですか?
That's your question, baby? I don't... That's your question? Oh boy.
まあ、半分は趣味だな。
What an answer.
ってことは傷つくのが怖くないんですか?
Yes, to quote Toa from Taku's chapter 3, he wants violence from his mouth. He said that. So, let's quote. That's the quote, Mizuno. No.
じゃあ殴られたりするのも?
What are you getting at? What are you getting at, Mizuno?
トワさんも誰かを傷つけたい人なんですか?
What are you getting at, honey?
どうだろうな。
Oh, that's true, because he's not like that. I generally welcomed any pain inflicted on me, but I never really felt the urge to inflict it on someone else.
それじゃあ最後の質問です。トワさんも
What you grilling me for,
僕
boy?
がこの町にいるのは反対ですか?
What you grilling me for?
個人の自由だ。好きにすればいい。
Bless little Toa.
ありがとうございました。たくさん質問しちゃってすみません。
What are you asking me all these questions for?
ここまででいいので、それじゃあまた。
Okay. He's gonna get beat up again. With a guilty smile, he bowed to me once more, then turned and walked off. As for me, I just stood there and let him go. Slow down. Every time the screen fades to black. Oh, here we are, baby! That night, I got a message from AG. In order to confirm whether an assault party was indeed happening tonight, we agreed to meet up near the deathmatch area. The borders of the deathmatch area weren't clearly demarcated? I've never heard of that word before. Demarcated? Okay, we're gonna go with that. But the scenery and crime levels visibly worsened the closer you got. It was a place I generally preferred to avoid. If you went wandering in, you get challenged to a fight, or a duel, or whatever. If it was a real balls-to-the-wall brawl, that'd be one thing, but these deathmatch fighters were after something different. That's why I never took part in their reindeer games. That's funny. That's a funny translation, actually. That's an interesting translation. Breathing in the deathmatch area's trademark dusty, decaying scent. Ew. I arrived outside the building AG indicated. The meetup time was just minutes away. Leaning against the shutter door, I lit a cigarette and took a drag. A short time later, I heard the sound of footsteps echoing through the empty building. Whoever it was, they were fast approaching. Cigarette between my lips, I straightened up and leaned in the direction of the sound. Beneath the street lamps, I could see someone running full speed, his shoulders heaving. It was Eiji, and he was dyed scarlet. No! I don't mean his smoke either. His face glistened red like someone had dabbed it with paint. Oh no! He called my name through gasps, and when he reached me, he doubled over. Blood and sweat dripped from his chin as he struggled to catch his breath. Still wheezing, Eiji looked up. Ow! His bangs were soaked, and blood trickled down from his scalp, glinting darkly. He looked like he'd suffered a head injury.
例の暴行グループを捕まえるつもりで小太郎さんとまゆさんと一緒に来た。二人と離れてた時にいきなり襲われて、そいつらが例のグループだったのかはわからないんですけど。
I love how it's just like Mayu and Kotaro, like, you know, get separated from Eiji, who like can't fight nobody.
今小太郎さんとまゆさんが追いかけてます。襲われた時に携帯を落としちゃってトワさんに連絡できなかったんです。それでとにかくトワさんを探さなきゃと思って、今から小太郎さんたちと合流しましょう。
We best. Also, Eiji should go to the doctor, but he turned and started to run, but lost his balance. Reflexively, I reached out and caught him by the arm.
すみません、めまいがして。
Oh boy.
後でタクに見てもらえよ。
Yeah, exactly. I was like, otherwise you're gonna get an infection at the very least.
知り合いが病院やってると便利ですよね。
The medical I can't. His bloody lips curled into a smile.
小太郎たちがどこにいるのか案内しろ。
We gonna get you out of here, baby.
わかりました。
I slid an arm around him to keep him upright, and together the two of us headed into the deathmatch area. Slow damage. Oh boy, here we go. As Eiji directed me through the streets, we started to hear shouting and punching sounds. Up ahead, two people were standing with their backs turned to us. It was Kotaro and Mayu. Beyond them, a group of men lay on the concrete, writhing in pain. All of them were wearing black. Yes.
Mayu-san!
Here we go. At Eiichi's voice, the two slowly turned.
Oh, Eiji. Toa wa ita ka?
Oh, wow! Eiji, kao makka! Ukeru ne!
Chill. Grinning, Mayu pulled his lollipop out of his mouth and used it to point at Eiji.
こいつらが例のグループなのか。
Yeah, is this them? I walked up next to Kotaro and Mayu and looked down at the men in black. Frowning, Kotaro tilted his head and scratched his chin.
エイジを襲ったのはこいつらだし、事件も何回か起こしてるようだが、パーティーやってる奴らとは違うっぽいな。
Lame.
雑魚が集まった雑魚による雑魚だらけの雑魚。
By nobodies for nobodies. Okay, word.
小太郎、雑魚言い過ぎよ。
We get it, Kotaro.
いわゆる模倣犯ってやつだ。ネットで集まった雑魚の寄せ集め。まあ、いろいろ聞きたいことはあるから連れて行くけどな。
Oh yeah, for sure. Take him in, bruh.
もちろん、ひどいお仕置き付きでね。
I'm down with that. As I supported his weight, Eiji sighed and slumped his shoulders.
なんだ、外れってことは僕、ただの殴られ損じゃないですか。やだな。もう。だくだく血出てるよ。鉄舐めようね。鉄。
Exactly, you're gushing blood, bro.
ねえ、ここにいる意味ないならもう帰りましょうよ。痛いし早く寝たいんで。
Yeah, we gotta help the homie out, bro.
そうだな。そうすっか。ほら、立て。
Get up! Get up! Kotaro and Mayu kicked each of the men in turn, forcing them onto their
トワ
feet.
さん、今回は失敗ってことで、無駄足を踏ませてしまってすみません。せめてものお詫びに、ク
I
リニ
sure
ックま
thought
で
the
送
other
らせ
way
てくだ
around,
さい。
Eiji. At this, I shook my head slowly.
いや、いい。
でも、
そんな状態で送るって言われてもな。
Exactly.
まあ、そうですよね。
I do have a point. Toa does have a point. He looked down at his blood splattered clothes and smiled stiffly.
そんじゃ、
またなとは。
Okay, Kotaro.
Bye! おやすみ!
Oyasumi! Kotaro set off first, followed by the group of men in black. Mayu and Eiji took up the rear, goading them along like a couple of sheepdogs. After the procession vanished into the night, I let out a breath. Eiji was right. I'd completely wasted my time. Whenever there was newsworthy crime, you were sure to find copycat criminals. The hapless children generation was born to a world without hopes or dreams. They turned to self-destructive behavior as an outlet for their despair. Monkey see, monkey do. These assault incidents were attracting a lot of attention by giving themselves a fancy name, but the injuries they inflicted were really nothing special. There was no longer anything to be gained by me being here, so I was ready to start walking home. However, just then my phone buzzed in my coat pocket. I pulled it out and found an email notif from whoever kept sending me assault photos. They had pasted a URL in the body of the email plus another file attachment. I opened the URL to find a map with a specific location marked. Then I checked the attachment and found another assault photo, this time of a guy I didn't recognize. On second thought, vaguely familiar, I inspected the image more closely. Was this Nakamura? Before I could get a better look at the photo, my phone buzzed again. This time, Taku was calling me. No!
そっちにいるんじゃないのか。
No!
それがいないんだ。クリニック中を探したんだが、どこにもいない。
No!
携帯電話はベッドの脇に置きっぱなしだ。自宅にも電話してみたが出ない。ルーストにも行ってないらしい。
No,
それで
Ray!
もしかしたらお前のところにいるんじゃないかと思って電話したんだ。
No!
いいや。
参ったな。レイはまだ万全な状態じゃない。それは本人も分かってるはずだ。
He's being sussy. He sighed in frustration. The last time I saw Ray was a few hours ago, when Mizuno came to visit.
僕、レイさんの話を聞いて本当にびっくりして。
Oh boy.
しかもクリスマスパーティーの直後だなんて。神様は意地悪すぎます。
おい、どうした？
一旦切る。
I gotta call you back. Uh-oh. I hung up, then reopened that email I just got. A marked location on a map and a photo of Nakamura getting his booty whooped. Booty whoop! As I was deciphering the exact location of the spot indicated on the map, I got a message from Eiji. He had an answer to the question I asked him a few hours ago. When I read it, my suspicions were instantly confirmed. If I went, perhaps I could see him. It was at least a 30-minute walk from here. Run, baby! I stuffed my phone into my coat pocket and started walking. Directed exploration? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's... Because something juicy's about to happen. Okay. We best. Okay. Okay, something real juicy is gonna happen. I wonder if this is where Okay. There we go. Let's try here. Well, I got the Kotaro ending. Right as I reached Koho Street, I spotted a group of Takasato thugs. They were storming into shops and flagging down passers-by for some reason.
Tosa!
Igarashi!
No.
What are you guys doing? Just doing a little investigating. Toa-san, have you heard about the assault parties? We nabbed a group member this afternoon and he told us there's gonna be a party tonight. I heard from AG. Did he tell you where? Nope, we tried to wring it out of him, but no dice, so now we're poking around the town. But we're not having a ton of luck. I just hope we find out before it's too late. We're gonna do our bestest. We're gonna do our bestest, bestie. Lots of people all black. Oh, we're all black, so it's hard to tell at a glance, yeah. Alright, Haguita, let's go. Haguita. Let's try it. Oh boy. As I walked down the street, I heard footsteps rapidly approaching down the alleyway. Oh hey. It's me. Hey, did you know? Don't have time right now. Got it. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Alright. Okay, yeah. Dang, they really said Inada not now. Okay. Eventually I arrived at the park near the clinic. I came here at night every now and then, but tonight it was deserted. No sign that any kind of fight had happened here. Right as I was wondering whether I'd been pranked, my phone buzzed with another message from AG. Ooh, they have a location. Toa-san, they just posted an assault party notice. This time they included a location. He had included a URL with his message. I tapped it to find a familiar looking map. A map with a specific spot marked. Right where I was already standing. No! Out of nowhere, an impact struck my skull, and my vision dimmed. Then I felt the cold asphalt against my cheek, and realized I had collapsed to the ground. A group of people surrounded me. Okay, work. Then everything went dark. They put a blindfold over my eyes and tied my hands together. Belatedly, my head started to throb dully. Then someone grabbed my arm and hauled me up into my feet. I could hear hushed voices and laughter in the darkness. Is this the group I was looking for? Kinda seems sussy enough. They pushed me into some cramped space, then I heard a door shut and realized I was in a car. I couldn't see anything. Someone was holding onto both my arms, pinning me in place. All I could do was sit there and listen to the sound of the engine. Dang. We're busted. A few minutes later, the car slowly rolled to a stop. Rough hands pushed me out of the car, goading me blindly forward. Oh, and someone gave me a hard shove and I fell forward. I couldn't use my hands to brace myself, so my chin hit the ground hard, and it tingled and went numb. Meanwhile, I could hear a deafening drone. Through the blindfold, I could see building lights flashing intensely. Then I heard the screams mixed in with the music. Right as I started to wonder if they'd taken me to some kind of concert, they suddenly removed the blindfold. Oh, not the bright lights, not the vampire lights. After being in the dark for so long, the bright flashing lights stabbed my eyes like knives. Wincing, I slowly squinted. Then I pushed myself off the hardwood floor and looked around. What, hello? Is this some kind of warehouse? It was a wide open space with only a few sources of light. I was up on the second floor. The colored lights flashed relentlessly, repainting the concrete walls and ceiling in a garish rainbow. Forcing my legs to cooperate, I walked to the railing just ahead. Then I peered over at the edge at what I could only assume was a rave happening down below. Under the lights, some people danced wildly to the intense music while others punched each other. Some cheered for the fighters. Fighters. Some yelped and screeched. Some were having sex. Some were passed out on the floor. It was a surreal sight, to say the least. Everyone here looked like they were in their 20s, and none of them appeared to be fully lucid. Is this a drug party or something? I turned away from the blinding scenery below and scanned the second floor. Unlike the ground floor, it was quiet up here, and the lighting was much dimmer. Then I spotted people lying on the ground a short distance away. There were 3 of them, lying forgotten on the floor. One of them was most likely Nakamura. And one of the others was Rei. Then I remembered what Taku told me over the phone. Rei had disappeared from the medical ward, but if the clinic itself wasn't attacked, then he must have left the building of his own free will. Did someone ask to meet with him? If so, then who? I walked up to him and checked to make sure he was breathing. Then I looked at the third person lying on the floor. Mizuno? Mizuno. I was just like, who else could it be, honestly? He grunted, shook his head, and wheezed for breath. I fixed him with a cold, unfeeling gaze. This was my 3rd time encountering him. This time, I wasn't worried that he had been attacked. After all...
僕、レイさんの話を聞いて、本当に、しかもクリスマスパーティーの直後だなんて、神様は意地悪すぎます。
How did he know that? When he was chatting with Rei in the medical ward, something had felt off. How did Mizuno know that Rei was attacked right after the Christmas party? That detail was never announced publicly. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, granted, he would know about the party since Rei had invited him, but to my knowledge, they hadn't spoken since. That's why I got suspicious and sent a message to AG. I asked him to look into a Krishna employee by the name of Mizuno. What? I'm shook. Well, I talked to my friend who works at Krishna. He said nobody named Mizuno works there.
Okiro.
Get up. And drop the yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, that's probably not it. Instantly, his labored breathing stopped, and he slowly sat up. He looked at me with empty eyes and smiled. Ooh. Wow, that was one. He's a great actor. Mizuno, or rather, Kirihara, let out a disappointed sigh. All traces of his wimpy persona were gone. Now he fixed me with a look that could only be described as arrogant and icy. As for his smoke, it was now bright orange with hints of red. The color of intense emotion, like anger.
いつから気づいてたんですか?
Aha, minute.
変だと思ったのは昨日。
At first suspected
今日
it
お前がクリニック
yesterday.
に来た時に
Then
確
when he
信した。
came to the clinic today, I was convinced.
レイがクリスマスパーティーの直後に襲われたことは
Mm-hmm,
一部の人間しか知らない。
He was giving too much information. When you lie, you have to give like the least amount of info, you know. Otherwise, you're gonna tattle on yourself.
誰かから聞いたって可能性は?
No way.
そんな話が聞けるほど、お前がレイの周りの連中と親しいとは思えない。
Exactly.
そもそも隠すつもりなんてなかったんだろう。
At this, he grinned in delight.
むしろ早く気づいてほしいって思ってました。
He's like, this is like a Dr. Jekyll, not Dr. Jekyll. Oh yeah, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right? Yeah. Then Kirihara was almost certainly the one who sent those emails to Euphoria. Rei! Just then, Rei began to stir. Smiling, Kirihara looked over at him.
おや、意外と早いお目覚めだったな。
Ooh, boy.
何ちょっとここ
Oh, he put his clothes on?
何
I thought his hair would still be down, so... But anyway. Grimacing, Ray looked around the area in confusion.
おはようございます。
レイさん。レイさん。When he spotted Kirihara, his expression crumpled.
あんたが
Did Ray like suss him out too?
俺が何ですか
What about me?
あんたが犯人なのね。
はい、そうです。
Oh boy. Wait, does he have... Oh no, those are good. I was like, when did he have braces? Apparently, Ray was on the same page as me. Perhaps that had something to do with why he left the clinic. Maybe Mizuno contacted him and offered to tell him the truth. Using both arms, Ray heaved himself up, fixing Kirihara with a glare as he struggled.
どうして襲ったの
Good question.
楽しいからに決まってるじゃないですか。
Oh no. Kirihara answered as if the conclusion was self-evident.
じゃあ、あなたや私を狙った理由は何なのよ
Yeah, that is a good question.
もともとはトアさんのことが気になってたんです。
Oh. Well, no, that's not surprising. I'm acting like I'm shocked. I was just like, yeah, it probably is Toa. He shot me a pointed look.
レイさんが怪我をしてた俺を見つけて、初めて村瀬先生のところへ連れて行った時、トアさん、上半身裸でしたよね。おそらく診察を受けてたんだと思うんですけど。
That night, Taka was checking up on the injuries they sustained during Ikuina's euphoric episode. Oh yes, because in this timeline, I call it timeline. In this route, Dr. Asakura did not cut or reopen the scars on the back. So right now it's just the Ikuina scars. So.
俺、トアさんの体の傷跡を見て興味を持ったんです。この人はもしかしたら
just ever so slightly different. You and me.
そう、同類。
I mean, honestly, I can see it. I can see why Kirihara / Mizuno would come to that conclusion. I'm gonna call him both because I'm used to calling him Mizuno, but Kirimizu would come to that conclusion. Birds of a feather. That is a very clean arm. The fake smile on his face grew wider as he echoed my words.
新田さんを襲ったのは本当にただの偶然でした。レイさんの友達だったっていうのは後から知ったんです。
Okay, so that would be... Okay, Arata-san was the coincidence, but Ray was on purpose.
次にレイさんを襲った理由は、トアさんの次に俺のお気に入りだったからです。
Second favorite after you... Oh, well, doesn't Ray participate in those death fight areas or whatever?
何それあんたに気に入られると襲われるってわけ
Ray, I don't know why you're questioning this. I mean, it's obvious that, like, he's deranged, so...
いえ、気に入らないから襲う時もありますよ。レイさんは昔いじめられてたことがあるって言ってたから、俺と同じだったから。
Like I was like, my second favorite.
ひょっとしたら殴られたかったんじゃないかなって思って。
What are you talking about?
あと、レイさんってずるいから嫉妬もちょっとありました。
Hello?
何言ってるのあんた
This is a lot. I can't. Okay. Before we continue, I can't lie. This is so much less stressful than Asakura. I can handle a psycho. Okay, I can handle this dude. Like this dude, like okay, easy. Like you know, we take care of you. Okay, you know. Asakura, I was just like, Please don't let me go through this. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad I did Asakura first because I'd be so stressed if we did Asakura second. So thank you, KIRIMIZU. KIRIMIZU. Have mercy. Not like it matters. But Kirihara ignored Rei's shock and kept talking.
俺、傷つけられたいんです。物理的に。殴られたり、蹴られたり、もっとひどいことされるのが好きなんです。
I see where this is going.
トワさんは俺と同じなんですよね。体の傷跡を見ればわかります。
Yeah, okay. Towa's like, I didn't respond, just stared blankly back at him.
レイさんに嫉妬したっていうのは、俺の同類であるトワさんと仲が良さそうだったからです。
That's so yandere. That's like a hard yandere. Like it's like, oh, I'm jealous because you're so close to Towa-san, who like doesn't even really like me. Because Towa like barely cares. Like he has barely any interest in Mizuno. I think he even called Mizuno like plain because his smoke was plain. So at the time, you know.
それでもレイさんのことはお気に入りですけどね。
Sure.
本当はこの場所には俺のお気に入りナンバーワンとナンバーツーだけ連れてくるつもりだったんです。
Oh, that's funny. So
け
why?
どさっき言った通り気に入らないから襲っちゃったおまけもそこにいますよ。
This one, hate him. So brought him along. His gaze drifted to the unconscious third victim, Nakamura.
お二人ともご存知中村くんです。中村くんは小物のくせに生きがっちゃってうざいから軽く締めてやりました。
Okay, to be fair, I'll let him have Nakamura. Okay, we don't. Nakamura ain't doing nothing for us. He's not providing us, you know, any hints. He's not giving us nothing good. You know, so you know what? Yeah, yap your mouth. You know, like again, if you shoot your mouth off, dudes like KIRIMIZU will jack you up. Jack you up. He walked up to Nakamura and rolled him over with the tip of his shoe.
中村くんって強そうなやつには絡まないのにおとなしそうなやつ相手だと態度がでかくなるんですよね。
Oh, absolutely.
見てて本当面白かったな。
Toa was so right too. He said the same thing. He's just barking, no bite. You know.
まあこんなのはついでなんでどうでもいいんですけど。
He's like just felt a little silly, you know, picked up a dude.
あんた最低ね。骨の髄まで腐ってる。
Of course, dear. Rei's voice was dripping with fury. Scandalized, Kirihara pointed at Nakamura.
僕こいつにいじめられてたんですよ。仕返しをして何が悪いんです。因果応報ってやつでしょ。
I'll close my eyes to that one.
あなたは偶然だって言ってたじゃない。私はともかく、あなたはあんたと何も関係ないでしょ。
I will open my eyes to this one.
最低。
Smarmy. Is that what? Sorry, some of these translate like some of the vocab choices in the translations are kind of cute, like that, or they're interesting. Like you know, it's interesting. As Rei screamed at him, Kirihara laughed.
まず大前提としてこの世は弱肉強食です。襲われても返り討ちにすれば何の問題もないじゃないですか。
I'll close one eye to that because you know
群れなきゃ
they
何
do
もで
live
き
in
ないガキが
Shinkomi.
偉そうなこと言うんじゃないわよ。
I don't know about that. I think that's just like a cover.
負け犬がいくら吠えたところでね。所詮は後の祭りです。
Okay, okay. Just then, a group of men dressed in black came running up the stairs to the second floor.
なあ、暇なんだけど。
Oh, I see. The guy in front turned his heavy head to look at Kirihara. There were 6 of them in total, standing around like the drug-fueled rave downstairs. Didn't even phase them. Bro, Ray can't even stand up.
ああ、いいよ。それじゃあ、こっちとそっちの2人をやって。
Oh no 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 no. Kirihara jerked his chin at me and Ray, who had only just worked his way into an upright position. Ray can't even get up, bro. Like, as he struggled to get to his feet, three of the men surrounded him. These guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. These dudes don't look scary at all. Dude on the left looks like he can't see me. Like, also, is your ring finger okay, dude? Like, you okay? Sorry. Also, homie on the right looks like he just got that tattoo. Like, not even a real one. He just like went down to the store, put the little coins in the little tattoo dispenser and just slapped it on today. Like, like, come on. The other 3 circled around me with grins on their faces. Okay, Ray can beat homies up. Tho, on the other hand, I've never seen him fight so far. Most of what he's been doing is like very like conversational. You know, nothing physical quite yet. So let's see what occurs here. Back at the club. Okay, let's see what we got. I looked at the men with disinterest. Yeah, we don't care. Do it. When Kiri had a signal, the men started their beat down. Okay, beat him down. Not Ray. Ray can't even get up, bro. He can't get up. Okay, yeah, whatever. Oop. I guess Tho is getting beat up too. Punched and kicked from every angle, I collapsed to the floor. With my hands tied, I couldn't even shield my head. I was never planning to resist.
You're
messing with the wrong hoe, okay? You don't know who you're trying. My whole body was peppered with blows. Everything hurt. In between their fits of laughter, I could hear Ray grunting. But I couldn't see how he was doing. Honestly, I didn't really care if they beat me. Booty slap. They could even kill me if they wanted to. But Ray... Yeah, not Ray. With every groan he made, I grew more and more enraged. Finally, I caved to the impulse. Clucking my tongue, I sucked in a breath. Ooh! I shouted at the top of my lungs. The men all froze. To provoke them, I spat the blood in my mouth onto the floor. Good one, boo. Good one, boo. Yeah, come on over. He's like, he is so... KIRIMIZU is totally getting off on this. I'm just like, bro. He's not even in it. Like, he's not even like with them, you know? He's just watching. One of my assailants waved over the 3 that were attacking Ray. It's okay. You lay down, Ray. Tho will take care of it. Ray croaked in a hoarse voice, then closed his eyes and fell still. Passed out if I had to guess. Ooh, okay, let's go, boo. This dude, I swear, like, this guy, if you sock him once or twice, you're gonna break his nose. Like, use your elbow. Do like an elbow hit like 3 times, you'll break his nose. And because he has like snake bites, if you hit it right, you'll probably like rip his mouth too. Like, I sound very like experienced in that, but it's like I used to break boards. Like, I'm a 1st degree black belt. So, I mean, you know, you learn how to break boards by hitting them, so by breaking them. So if you can break like a brown or black board, you can break someone's nose, I'm sure, so. Alright. Anyway, where is it? I'm just like, okay.
やってみろよ。やれるもんならな。
Let's go, baby.
こいつ。
This dude too. Sock him in the eyebrow, and you'll like push the, you know, if you sock him in the eyebrow or the eye, his piercings will like shove into his head, you know, and then he'll be like, and then they're not so tough anymore, you know. They're only tough right now because there's 6 of them, you know. Fueled by murderous rage, the men resumed their beat now. The onslaught was now even more intense, and I gritted my teeth. Physically, I could feel the pain, but it didn't bother me. Mentally, I was completely detached. Before long, my body started to go numb, and the blows didn't do much for me except make bright lights pop behind my eyelids. I could still hear the explosive music and see the wildly flashing lights. Every impact jostled my brain, the pain devouring me straight down to the bone. The bittersweet taste of copper pooled in my mouth. Ooh, homeboy is doing something nasty over there. As my whole body writhed in agony, I thought I felt someone's gaze on me, so I forced my puffy eyelid open. A pair of feverish eyes stared back. Yeah, this dude's a freak. But the rest of his face was devoid of all emotion. It was Kirihara. Drooling blood, I looked back at him, then fixed him with a scarlet smile. Oh yeah, do it. Ooh! I slowly formed each syllable with my lips, calling to him.
もういい。
Without breaking eye contact, he addressed the violent mob, but they were so worked up they didn't seem to hear him.
もういいって言ってんだろ!
Ooh, spicy. He raised his voice and stormed over, then he grabbed one of the men by the back of the neck and decked him. Yeah, punch that dude. I hope he punched you in the nose. That'd be a good one. Those nose piercings are usually like little straight bars. Ooh, that'll feel spicy. He punched each one of them in turn, grumbling. They all filed downstairs. Excuse me, downwards. After the tornado of violence was gone, I looked at Kirihara, my shoulders heaving. As I gasped for breath, blood and saliva trickled out of my open mouth and down my chin. Spicy. Ooh, here we go. He walked right up to me and crouched down to my eye level. Then he smiled broadly.
やっぱりあんた俺と同じだ。
Yeah, homeboy is elated. Homeboy is like in.
ねえ、俺の絵描いてよ。描いて俺の絵。
Oh yeah, this dude's a freak. Yeah. I gazed back into his mirthless eyes.
嫌だと言ったら。
Ooh.
ダメ、許さない。描いて。描いてよ。
Okay. He answered instantly, as if he had prepared his lines in advance. Personally, I wasn't actually opposed to it. If anything, I was mildly interested. I wanted to learn about him, about his dark desires.
まずは話を聞かなきゃな。お前の話を。
Yeah, we gotta know the tea.
話？そんなの絵を描くのに必要あんの？
Oh, it has a lot to do. Don't you worry, KIRIMIZU. Yeah, trust the process, KIRIMIZU, okay? Right now you're the 4th homie, okay? So calm your booty. He narrowed his eyes.
いいよ。描いてくれるなら何でも話す。
Ooh, give me the tea, KIRIMIZU. I'm terrible. He pulled a box cutter out of his pants pocket and severed the zip tie binding my. Oh, he couldn't fight because he had zip tie, bro.
さあ、早く始めてよ。
That's kind of. It's a little spicy, if you ask me. Sorry, I'm terrible. Oh boy. All right, let's go, Toa.
お前の欲望を見せろ。
It's like some
何
persona
で
type
も
of.
いいから早く。
Okay. Look to my eyes. Look, or Toa's eye. Reveal his desire. Oh, it's only one. Okay, good. What is it, baby? What is it? I'm actually curious. Also, why did he mention his brother? Like, was that fake? I want to know the tea. Man, he's spicy. Okay. I like that though. Why did you introduce yourself under the pseudonym Mizuno? Oh, interesting. Okay. This dude totally has braces. How did I not notice? Okay. But nobody ever suspects sweet, mild-mannered Mizuno. Not even you. Ooh. Let's provoke. I feel like this dude is a freak. Like, this dude's like an... I know I was afraid of Iquina, but Iquina was like actually like very reserved. And like Asakura was just like on the edge of a mental breakdown. So this guy, all bets are off, baby. Hands on. The act was a little too forced to be natural. Yeah. He said, well, it wasn't like that. Okay. No. We want the... What made you start that? Everyone I told decided to tag along before I knew it. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Because it was fun, then everyone I told decided to tag along, and before I knew it, I had a whole group, that's all. Okay. Let's play... Maybe you're a natural born leader. Those people don't care who's barking the orders, they're just a bunch of spineless sheep. Ooh. You're not... Okay, let's try this. Let's try. You're not so normal yourself, otherwise they would never have chosen to follow you. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, no, this is good. We have to, like, make him a little upset so that he'll spit words. Okay. Yeah, this one. If we need to provoke him, this is good. You're exactly like them. I'm telling you I'm not. Don't conflate me with them. Oh yeah, he's got a complex. Were you letting Nakamura push you around on purpose? Oh, interesting. Yeah, it added a bit of realism to my weak little Mizuno-kun charade, am I right? That said, he's still irredeemable scum. Make a joke. Let's press him. No, we should press him. He'll tell me whatever. You're in no position to call anyone scum. Excuse me? Don't compare me to him. We're nothing alike. Or are you just trying to piss me off? The video of you getting your booty whooped. Something was off about it. Like what? Should I twist? Let's twist it. Let's try. It was obviously fake. You were smiling. Wow, I'm impressed you could tell. I put a lot of work into that performance, for the record. Ooh, what should I try next? So what do you think of the shots I took of Rei-san and his friend? Let's do this one. Hold on. Let's see if Could you? I had a feeling it was obvious. Okay. I got some great footage, am I right? My goal was to recreate my brother's old videos. Oh, I wonder if mine would resemble his to an outsider. Oh, outside observer. Oh. Okay, let's try. His role model. Oh, Lord have mercy. My role model, my one true aspiration. Well, if his brother was only ever nice to him and very violent towards others, that's probably where it comes from.
Oi.
Not yet. Yeah, fool. How am I gonna? Okay. Negotiate. Let's negotiate. If anything, we'll just start over again. So, if you don't like it, I'll find someone else. Fine, I'll put up with it, I guess. Oh, okay. Wow, he's a lot easier to convince than most. His smokes change colors and swing like crazy. Anything could happen. Let's go.
傷つけられたいんだ。
Oh, okay. Yeah, we really are kindred spirits. KIRIMIZU. Okay. Oh, what push do we need? What I desire is for someone to beat... Sir, there's a service for that, like, you know.
本当に欲しいのは
What I want most is my... Okay, this just got a little weird again. Why him?
いいか
See. Oh. See, my brother abused me from an early age.
まあそうだ
At
な
first, I hated it, but whenever I would scream and cry, he always looked so happy. Like he was having the best day of his life.
だからさ
The happier he was, the more I started to enjoy him hurting. Oh, that's... Okay. I see. Okay, that's where we're getting. I would endure anything to make him happy. My pain was his pleasure, and that made it my pleasure too. Okay, that's where we are. Okay. Alright, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, homie.
なるほど
So your desires for your brother to hurt you.
そうだよ
Cool. What do I...
よし
So you figured you'd take what you could get. Is that why you got close to me?
あ
Oh, I'm talking... Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
そうだな
Disappeared. Oh, maybe he died in a ditch somewhere. But still, I can't forget him. I can't forget how his violence made me feel. So I keep searching for him to this very day, or someone like him anyway. I mean, what can I... Okay. He's kind of like erratic right now. Maybe he regrets the way he treated you. You don't know the first thing about my brother. Okay, I don't know if you know your brother either. Yeah, maybe. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe, I
桐原
think maybe you don't actually remember what your brother was like.
ふざけんな
Oh, okay. He's getting there. He's getting there. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's yeah, he's buck wild. So you've chosen me as your brother's surrogate. I'll never truly be him though. I know that. Okay. So you'll take... Okay, let's try this.
本当か
Is this really what you want? Of course it isn't. I just don't have a better option, that's all.
あんたならできる
It won't be hard for you to act as a surrogate, right? You can make my dream come true, right? Oh boy. Okay, yeah, well, it's up. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Did I get it? Or am I bad? Is that all? In an instant, I lost interest completely. Ah, darn. Okay. Alright. So, I just have to keep pushing. Okay. Alright, KIRIMIZU, round 2.
欲望見せろ
何でもいいから
He's a
早
lot
く
easier to like get. It's gonna sound so weird to get up. Like, I know that sounds strange, but that's the best way I can describe it. He's a lot easier to rile up, I should say, or like because like Asakura and Taku were like impossible. I like, oh my gosh. Well, Asakura wasn't so bad, but okay, here we go. Okay, we're just gonna. No, let's provoke. I think it was provoke, right? Okay. Okay, so I shouldn't agree with him. I should just keep provoking him, basically.
で
勝手に
I
think I just...
ネガティブ
I don't know if I'm doing this right. Hold on. Here we go. Being part of a group gives people a stronger sense of identity. Isn't that true for you too? Excuse me? Don't be ridiculous. I'm nothing like those idiots. I could have done this by myself just fine. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're not so normal yourself. Okay. Okay, this is fine. You're not so normal yourself. Otherwise, they would never have chosen to follow you. What? I'm nothing like those losers. Okay. The same. Okay. I'm kind of like down the right path. It's just slightly different. Okay.
So,
Are you letting? Okay, that's on purpose. Let's. Oh, this is where I press. Yeah, we press. You're in no position to call anyone scum. Okay.
So,
That video of you getting your booty whooped. Ya booty whooped.
Nani?
Like what? Okay. Twist.
Negative.
I think I have to respond negatively for the most part. Okay. What should I try? Okay. I can tell you we're having a blast. There, yeah. Okay. Blah blah blah. What else we got here? Footage. Here we go, yeah.
Oi. Jodan?
Oh no, let's push because that made him like chill out basically. Okay, and then okay, here we go. There we go, we got to the second part. Kirimizu. Okay. Come on, baby. My desires. Okay. Get to the second part. Yeah, this dude's jacked up. Okay, provoke. Let's provoke. Let's just. I'm gonna keep provoking him because if we agree, Toa gets bored. Well, you're no different. I mean, you know. We aren't. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. We aren't the same. Might have some things in common with you guys, but we aren't the same. Okay, there we go. But still, I can't forget him. Yeah. Or someone like him. Oh boy. Let's joke. I think I have to just keep pushing. Maybe he's sick of you. Okay. Whatever you say. Maybe you don't actually remember. Yes. Okay. There. Got to hear last time. Think maybe you don't. Ooh. Oh, I went too high. Ah, I filled the... Okay. I provoked him too much. I filled the hourglass. I filled the hourglass too high. Okay, well, here. Let's, Okay. Sorry, this is gonna take a bit. Provoke? Or did I play along? Let's provoke. Negative. Okay, so we're gonna boop, 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 zoom a little bit. Okay. I was almost there. Ah, darn. I think it's because I pushed him too much, so let's provoke again. Negative. Is that what's gonna... Okay, I'm good, I'm good. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Exactly like them. Okay.
Positive.
Press. In no position. Okay. Let's keep going.
Negative.
Is that I'm gonna fill the top? Is that why I'm like jacked up? Oh, okay, good, good, good. Sounds fun. What if I? No, let's. I think it's just like the second half choices I'm having a problem with. Okay, good, good, good. this one, does this one lift? Okay, good, that's fine. Let's negotiate, because I'm making Toa bored.
So.
Okay. There we go, this is what I want. Okay, perfect.
Positive. Naruhodo.
So.
Okay. I don't think it matters because we're gonna like. If I say nothing. Okay, so he says the same thing anyway. Let's play along. Okay.
Negative. できない。
そうだな。
Come on.
あんたならできる。
Okay, let's provoke because I can't. This is where it like.
どうする?
What if I said I can't? Okay. Hmm?
傷跡.
Got it. Okay, it was literally that answer. Hapless children, Nakamura. This? Got it. Okay, thank goodness. Why was that so hard for me? I think it's just because I pressed the wrong, like, it was so fragile. Also, I kept pressing him with the inspiration.
俺とお前が同類だってのか?
Didn't you hear him, Tomo?
俺とあんたは同類なんだ。あんたは俺と似てる。だから、俺の気持ちがよくわかるだろ?
I mean...
わかるよな。
I suppose.
全部わかった。
Oh boy.
もう十分だ。
ああ、そうだ。そうなんだよ。もういいか? 我慢できねえ。
Is Toa gonna beat him up? Oh gosh, I'm ready. Okay. Oh, yes! Come on! Oh, bless. Bless up, baby. We got it. Got it. We got another one, boys. We got him. We gotta get another painting. As he spoke, he had his breathing grew uneven, and he clutched his chest like he was reliving the memories all over again.
これでわかっただろ? 俺は暴力が欲しい。兄貴から与えられた意識が吹っ飛ぶほどの圧倒的な暴力が。
Toa does get like that, though. I can't lie. So.
兄貴は
KIRIMIZU.
自分が暴力を振るってる動画を撮影するのが趣味だった。
Ah, yes.
兄貴がいなくなった後、兄貴のパソコンからそういう動画が山のように出てきた。その中にはもちろん俺が殴られてるやつもあって。ああ、思い出すだけでゾクゾクする。誰に侵されても殴られても、もっともっと本当に息の根が止まるくらいのその寸前のギリギリの痛みが欲しいんだ。誰もできなかったけど、きっとあんたならわかるんだろ？俺の気持ちが。あんたにはわかってるんだ。だからなあ。
Alright. Kirihara dropped to his hands and knees, then looked up at me. His cheeks were flushed and his eyes were damp with emotion. I understood full well what he was looking for. Admittedly, it did resemble my own desires. But the critical difference was that Kirihara used violence as a means to connect with his brother. Now that his brother was gone, violence was the only thing he had left. Nevertheless, it was more than enough inspiration for a painting. I slowly rose to my feet and coldly stared down at Kirihara on all fours. Then out of nowhere, I grabbed a fistful of his hair and slammed him down. Let's go, let's go. He hit the floor, then I kicked him in the jaw as hard as I could. Oh, here we go. With a pained yelp, he fell onto his back. I started to straddle him. Gritting his teeth, he swung his fist at me. It connected with my cheek, knocking me over. Then he took that opportunity to get up and push me down. He straddled me and punched me a second time, then a third. Hora! Okay. I don't know if I have to cover up these like really they're bloody hands, but we're gonna make do. He punched my face with each of his fists in turn, grinning gleefully. Okay. His eyes were wide with excitement as he beat me with no hesitation. As he punched me, I lay perfectly still, but I no longer felt the pain, just burning and tingling. When he realized I wasn't going to fight back, he came to a stop.
Oi.
He scowled bitterly down at me, then grabbed me by the shirt.
俺を楽しませてくれるんじゃなかったのかよ。なあ、失望させんなよ、おい。
Okay, sure. He yanked my collar down, ran his warm tongue over the scar of my collarbone, and pressed a hand to my neck. Ah, yep, here we go. Then he squeezed like he was trying to crush my windpipe. I struggled to breathe.
どうした?かかってこいよ.
As he choked me with one hand, he balled to the other into a fist and drew back. But right before he swung it down, I grabbed the wrist at my throat with both hands, then slammed my knee into his gut. He had let his guard down, and it knocked the wind out of him. I kicked his stomach a few more times, then crawled out from under his limp body. Oh boy. Choking and gasping for breath, I slowly heaved myself to my feet. I spat out the blood pooled in my mouth, and before Kirihara could recover, I grabbed him by the collar and yanked him up. Let's go, bestie. Woo! Let's go. We glared at each other point blank for a long moment, and then I decked him as hard as I could. Let's go. Let's go, baby. When he hit the ground, I straddled his torso and started wailing on him, just like he had done to me, except harder. Oh, okay. Calm down. Calm down. In a blink, his cheeks swelled with purple, and blood painted his gritted teeth scarlet. I watched it all from a detached perspective as I continued my onslaught. Then I noticed a change in Kirihara's reactions. Okay. With his brow furrowed deeply, his wet, bloody lips curled in a delighted smile. His groans turned to laughter as he coughed up blood and saliva.
こういうのためらわず怖がらずに全力で殴ってくれるやつを
I see.
ずっと兄さんみたいなやつを待ってたんだ
Okay. He grabbed my arm and leg, clutching at fabric like he was clinging to me.
もっと殴ってほしいもっと本気でもっと
You heard Kirimizu, Toa. Send him on his merry way. I couldn't help but find it ever so slightly thrilling. I understood his desire. Even if what we truly wanted wasn't quite the same, I could relate to his hunger for pure violence. Yipes. I raised my fist and punched him again and again. Before long, I felt something hard press up. Yeah, okay. Of course he is. See, I told you. I knew it. I knew it. Kirimizu was aroused by the beatdown. Okay, Kirimizu. Okay, Kirimizu. Oh, woo. Okay, let's go, Toa. I coldly swung my fist, mercilessly pummeling his swollen, bloody smile. Yeah, knock some teeth out. Knock some teeth out, baby. Okay, he spasmed with every punch, blood and whimpers abounding, and the bulge pressing against me continued to swell. Likewise, his thirst encouraged my own, and I could feel the blood rushing. Yeah. Sorry. The stench of blood, rising heat, the feel of his skin, flesh, and bones against my knuckles. With every creak, something akin to pleasure shot down my spine to my pelvis. It zapped me like electricity and made me gasp. Yeah, knock him out, knock him out. He's still got teeth, honey. You gotta knock him out. I'm so bad. His face was so swollen I could scarcely recognize him. Laughing, he started to sit up. But I didn't stop him. Instead, I let him pin me down. Oh. His monstrously disfigured face stared back at me. He still looks fine based on this. Okay. After a teasing whisper, he raised his shaky fist. Does homeboy even have strength? He's still got teeth, bruh. He's not as bloody as... Sorry, I'm not... See, I told you, I'm nervous laughing at this point. You know, they're describing it as like, you know, his mouth, like he's like dripping from the mouth, but this illustration right now, he's still okay. You know, he's mostly just, his nose is bleeding, all that kind of thing. It actually looks more like Toa just splattered on him, but you know what, it's okay. It's alright, it's fine. It's fine! He punched me again and again, rubbing his bulge against mine. Okay, Kirimizu. He leaned his head back and laughed. With every punch, the blood on his fist splattered everywhere. Okay, thanks. That's definitely getting censored because that's a lot of blood. He smiled at me, his lips painted in glossy blood. Then he grabbed me by the collar and flopped down beside me, pulling me onto him. Like lovers, we embraced each other, gazing into each other's eyes.
さあ、またそっちの番だ。もっとくれよ。俺の気が済むまで、俺が死ぬまで。
I don't know how he's still lucid.
死んでも構わないから。
He's lost quite a lot of blood. Like, you know, Toa does this a lot. Kirimizu here, like he's kitty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because no one is like, people are afraid to beat him up. You know. Listening to our labored breathing and the wrestling movement, you might have thought we were having. I mean. Lethargically, I heaved myself up and crawled onto Kirihara. In addition to the unrelenting migraine, my vision was shaky and unfocused. When I tilted my head down, the blood from my face dripped into Kirihara's. I balled one hand into a fist and slowly raised it. Meanwhile, he watched me gleefully like a kid on Christmas. It must have looked so bizarre to an outside observer, a guy with a bruised, swollen face, eager for more punishment. My stomach tightened, and I clutched my fist until my knuckles went white. Knock him out, baby. Then I brought my fist straight down.
Lisa.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, knock a homie out. Knock out some teeth. Okay. Yeah. Alright. At last, I got to feel the way your violence always made me feel. One last time. Fascinating. I'm so happy, brother. I'm euphoric. Oh boy. That was a time. Once again, a lot less stressful than Asakura. KIRIMIZU here just gave me, like, tried to give me a run for my money, so. But he thought wrong. The first thing I felt was an intense headache. I tried to open my eye, but it was weighed down heavily. Okay. Ray? Ray? Are you okay, Ray? 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 With all my strength, I forced it open. Somebody called Taku. Groaning, I tried to get up, but my body was in too much pain to cooperate. Lying on my back, I rolled onto my side, then my stomach. When I looked up, I saw Kirihara lying right in front of me, covered in blood, his face swollen beyond recognition. Oh, good. I could see his chest rising and falling, so he wasn't dead. Then I looked around in search of Ray. Once I confirmed he was still lying in the same spot, I reached into my pants pocket. Taku! Please! Hand shaking, I pulled out my phone and called Taku. I wouldn't say okay, but my voice left my lips in a hoarse whisper. It took everything I had to get the words out. Taku, I'm gonna need you to. I messaged him my current location. Oh boy. Towa. Then I quietly passed out. Towa. Ah. Thank goodness. We're fine. We're here. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Woo! Oh, flashback? Delicious. Oh boy. Flashback time, baby. I don't know how I'm supposed to be saying this, so hee hee ha 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 ha. I'm like breaking the immersion so bad. It feels well. Sound of breaking bones. It makes me shiver. Ooh. I wonder what's gonna happen to KIRIMIZU after this. Watch me. I'm begging you. Please watch me. This is my ritual? Ooh. Sorry, I'm so sorry for breaking the immersion. It's just a roller coaster, you know, so I'm still processing, and they're like, flashback? And I'm like, oh, okay. Ew, okay, this don't sound good. This took a turn. Okay. Praise, brother. Let's go. Chapter 3! Izumire! We made it! Ah! Contradiction. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Izumire. Ah, okay. Show me the painting! That's what I came for. The next time I woke, I found myself in a bed in the medical ward. Around me stood Taku, Junko, Honami, and Arata, all looking haggard. I looked over at the bed next to me to find Ray asleep. After our phone call, Taku called the trio, and together they all came to get me and Ray. Supposedly, Kirihara and Nakamura were sent to Takanokuchi Medical Office. Yeah, because that's where they're supposed to go. Due to the extent of the injuries we'd suffered, it would take us over a month to recover. Or so, Taku informed me solemnly. Yeah, that's, I mean, that was a lot. It's a lot. The next day, my cuts and bruises were still fresh, but I wasn't paralyzed or anything, so I forced my way back to my apartment to paint. My inspiration, KIRIMIZU. I'm terrible. Oh boy. As I was setting up my easel, I heard a knock, and Ray peeked in.
じっとしてるのが嫌で来ちゃった。少し話してもいい？
Sure. I nodded and he slowly walked in. Like me, he was covered in scrapes, bruises, and bandages.
いったって。お互いひどいことになってるわね。
Yeah, sure, Ray. He smiled, wincing.
まあな。
Not the cigarette. With a cigarette between my lips, I grabbed a canvas and tried to bring it to my easel. My arms protested painfully, but I ignored it. And I sensed that Ray wanted to talk about something, so I stopped and waited. He gazed pensively at his feet.
水野、桐原も中村も、
Yes.
鷹の口院でおとなしく治療を受けてるそうよ。
That is what I hath heard as well, honey. He paused, then continued.
私ね、桐原のことは本当に怒ってるし、思い出すのも嫌。
As you should be. As you should be. You're valid. You're valid.
でも、あの倉庫みたいなところで、トワが桐原と話してるとき、
Oh no, he heard some of it. Oh,
私ね、少しだけ意識が戻ったの。体中が痛くって、頭もクラクラしてたけど、桐原の話が聞こえてきて、そしたら、ほんの少し、本当に少しだけね、桐原の気持ちがわからなくもないって。
You say?
桐原はお兄さんのせいであんな風になって、お兄さんはそんな桐原を置いていってしまって。
Okay, so before I continue this dialogue, I'm also curious. I don't know if we'll ever figure it out. It's fine. Like I don't. It doesn't matter. But I'm curious if like why his brother just like dipped. But like KIRIMIZU said, he was just like, well, he's probably dead in a ditch somewhere, and I don't really care. Like, you know, he's like, he just wants. He both idolizes and doesn't care about his brother. More than anything, he sees his brother as his idol, but he also sees his brother as a vehicle in which to fulfill his desires. So it's kind of like, but also KIRIMIZU, sorry, I can't forget KIRIMIZU. He's also like a hard victim of abuse. He was basically conditioned, and you know, in order to process it, it turned into like, oh, my brother is happy when he does this to me, so that makes me happy. And which isn't not the most unusual way. Like, I feel like that's very common. Like, you start to process things, you start to rationalize things, and like KIRIMIZU is like really like screwed up though, so because, you know, it seemed like it was just the two of them. So
取り残された桐原は消えてしまったお兄さんの面影をずっと求めてたのよね。桐原がやったことは絶対に許されないけど、過去に受けた心の傷はそう簡単に消えるものじゃない。
There's no real like that. That's like full trauma. So
ずっと治らずに血を流し続けることだってある。
You're right, BB.
そんな風に思ったらなんだかね。もう私今頭をかきむしりたいくらい複雑な気分よ。
Please don't do that. I think your fan club would cry. Dejected, he shook his head. Then he looked at me with hesitation.
ねえ、トワは 桐原のことをどう思ったの？
He was just a dude to paint. No,
絵のモチーフとしては良かった。
Have mercy.
個人としては？
Yeah, what about that? Set my canvas at my feet, pinched my cigarette between my fingers, and exhaled the smoke.
桐原が本当に欲しかったものは兄貴で、暴力は兄貴を思い出すための形見だった。
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because the only thing he remembers of his brother is the violence. So it's like he had like, what is it called? Unconditional unconditional love for his brother, which warped into obsession, which warped into a need for violence against himself because he just wanted his brother, basically. So
あいつは兄貴から与えられた純粋な暴力を恋し欲しがってた。兄貴云々はともかく、混じり気のないものを求める気持ちはわからなくもない。
それって、あんたも同じものを求めてるから？
Well, but Toa's right. He and KIRIMIZU are like of similar, like they're within the same vein, but are they the same blood? Not sure. You know, I don't know if that metaphor makes any sense, but you know, think of it that way. Kamona. Haven't heard that in a while. With a shrug, I crushed my cigarette in the ashtray on the coffee table. Ray looked away sadly.
桐原も私もあんたも根っこは似てるのよ。私はデスマッチ。桐原はお兄さん。
Yeah, I was gonna say Ray kind of like has, you know. He looked at me and furrowed his brow.
あんたが一番ひどいかもね。
Not Ray reading us like that. I put a fresh cigarette between my lips and wiggled it in place of a real answer. He giggled.
立ってるのが辛くなってきたからベッドに戻るわね。
勝手に出歩いてたらタクに怒られるぞ。
Toa's a little different.
それはあんたもでしょ。楽しみにしてるけど無理はしないでね。
With that, he left the room. After he shut the door, I picked up my canvas, cigarette still unlit. Wincing at the pain, I carried it over to my easel. That paintbrush is so lovely. Like having a paintbrush like that in real life, like if you've ever used one, it's so lovely. Because you can just hold slow damage. So I can't miss it. I can't miss it. Oh, it's yellow. I've never seen yellow before. 2 days after I started painting KIRIMIZU. Ooh, this one's cool. After days of barely eating or drinking, I finished my piece and staggered out of my room on December 31st, New Year's Eve. Wait, 28, 29, 30, 30. Oh, okay, so that's like 4 days. Okay. 3-4 days. This one's dope. The one for Asakura was kind of lame. I was expecting more, so I'm so bad. Somehow I managed to capture the feelings Kirihara inspired before they could fade. This one's dope. Oh, that one's so cool. The clinic had closed for the winter holidays, but nevertheless, Taku and Rei were always on the first floor in case I needed them. Ooh. As the sun was setting, I came down to the first floor and found Ray sitting on a waiting room bench. He noticed me and immediately tried to stand up, but winced in pain. Oh, yeah, he sure did, baby.
お疲れ様。 タクが診察室にいるから呼んでくるわ。
いや、いい。
He's like, it's
でも
fine. Okay. If the slightest movement caused him pain, then I saw no reason for him to go fetch Taku.
じゃあ内線で呼ぶわね。
Okay. Okay, Ray. Ray slowly heaved himself to his feet, walked to the reception counter, and picked up the phone. After a moment, Taku arrived at the waiting room.
と、レイ、体は
Hurry. Y'all okay? Y'all okay? Not great, but I'll live.
私も
Mood.
どこか痛いところとか調子の悪いところは
I mean, they just got a beat down, so,
全
you
部
know.
っちゃ全部だな。
Yeah, all of it. I sat down on a nearby bench and leaned back. I was so physically drained that the slightest motion made me feel fatigued.
たく無茶しやがって。レイもだぞ。おとなしく寝てろって言っただろ。
It's true. He's not wrong.
ごめんね。でも昨日より動けるようになってきたわよ。
そういう問題じゃない。
Oh my goodness. At this, Ray hung his head like a scolded dog.
とは何か欲しいものはあるか。
I started to say, smoke some booze, then thought of a better answer. Oh my gosh. Oh no. They both looked at me in alarm. I smirked.
冗談だよ。
冗談。
やめてよもう。あんたがそういうこと言っても全然冗談に聞こえないんだから。
Oh, Ray.
まったくだ。
He must be feeling better. Taku sighed and shook his
一
head.
応診察しよう。診察室へ来てくれ。
Yes, check up. I rose to my feet and started
そう
walking.
いえば今日はルーストでカウントダウンパーティーがあるんだけどさすがに無理よね。
Honey, you are not
私
going
もとは
nowhere. Nowhere. Ray quirked a brow at me.
毎年やってるでしょ。でも今年は休んでて。私は行きたいん
Ray,
だけど。
you cannot go to a party. He shot a hopeful look at Taku.
ダメだ。
Yeah, exactly. No.
パーティーの時間だけちょっとだけお願い。
You need to sit down,
ダ
sir.
メだ。
Yeah.
タク
Dad. お兄さん。お兄ちゃん。
とはもう行かないんだから。
tearfully.
お前も。
行くよ。
Oh? At this, they both turned and looked at me.
本当
Yeah, 本当? Truth be told, my physical condition was at rock bottom, but I was craving a drink at Roost after being cooped up indoors for so
お
long.
前は。
Taku scowled
ド
bitterly.
アが行きたいって言うなら付き添いが必要よね。私動けるから一緒に行くわ。
Ray spoke quickly, his giddy mood readily apparent to anyone with eyes. But Taku remained stony-faced. He stayed silent for a moment, then let out a sigh of defeat.
わかったわかったよ。
わかった
ただし俺も行く。お前たち絶対に無理はするなよ。
やったー。先生がついてきてくれるなら心強いわ。ありがとう。
Oh, how cute. This chapter is gonna be rough, isn't it? Well, Ray's chapter 2 wasn't as stressful as Taku's chapter 2. And Taku's chapter 3 was also very stressful because I thought I was gonna end up with a scene with Tono and Toa, and I was like fully emotionally prepared, but it was so stressful because you're just like sweating the whole time. You're like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? And you know, luckily it didn't happen. But you know, as for Ray, I don't know. Ray is buck wild. You know, Ray beamed brightly.
それじゃ診察室へ行くぞ。
Okay.
ねえとは後で絵を見てもいい？写真を撮ってお店のブログにも投稿したいから。
Whatever you want, honey. He was referring to the fourth face, Roost's company blog. I nodded and he grinned.
私、あんたの絵は本当に好きなのよね。
I super duper love
楽しみだわ。
you. I know you do, Ray. You remind me every time. With that, he returned to the bench. Then I followed Taku into the exam room. All right. Okay. All right, let us save. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's go to the terminal. All right. So cool. Okay. That painting is so dope. Let me see. Tool. Sketchy storage. Oh, there we go. Let's see. It's Kirihara. Oh, Kirihara Nozomu. What do you mean it's not KIRIMIZU? Sorry. Ooh, okay, work. Okay. Alright. Oh, what's this? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, well, that's that. There's that. These guys. Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Fire Sonatan. Alright. Okay. I just wanted to, you know, check. Alright. Man, that's, oh, okay. Oh, that painting is so dope. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry, that's like, because the only one I'm like not really like that in love with is literally like Asakura's, which is disappointing because Asakura's material was fantastic, but it's kind of lame. It's just kind of like a vague figure with vague, you know, wire wings, but you know what, it's fine. No, Kirihara's painting is dope, and I love Ikuina's painting. Like, I really like Ikuina's painting, so yeah. I also really like Taku's, but Taku's like is like a different genre, if that makes sense. So wow, okay, so we have finished chapter 2 of Rei's Route. We have, I don't know, did we put KIRIMIZU in jail? Like, does he go to jail? Like, is that what I don't know if he goes to jail. Like, I mean, you know, he's kind of like buck wild. Like, does he get deported? Like, is he sent off to the mainland or something? But anyway, oh man, that chapter, I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like, Asakura's chapter was so stressful that KIRIMIZU's chapter, easy. Like, I was just like, he craves violence, you know. A little obsessed with his brother, but you know, we ain't perfect here on Shouldn't Kill Me. Sounds terrible. Yeah, so yeah, okay. But it did take, you know, I will say the pacing was just a tad, you know, I didn't find out about his brother until like much later. I mean, that's what it felt like. Did he mention a brother before? I don't remember. Yeah, it did kind of take a bit to get to the point in that chapter, but we are now in chapter 3 of Rei's Route. So we're gonna uncover the mystery and the darkness within Mr. Izumi Rei, because Izumi Rei-san is like perfection. You know, he's like a model student type, right? But as we saw with Taku, even people like Rei have darkness in them, and that is what Toa is most interested in the first place. So, oh man, ooh, it's about to be a journey. We are, once we finish up Rei, we can finally get to Madarame. Yeah, we can finally get to we can finally meet him. We can finally meet our third man's, because I do know Fujieda is last. I do know that because I just saw it. It's like, you know, I just saw it. So All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. It was a wild ride. It was buck wild. I will be censoring most of those scenes with blood just in case. Yeah. Not trying to get like taken down basically. So, all right. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Thank you again for joining me, you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay well. If you like all things boys love and other related items, you can smooch though. My podcast is up on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Psst, psst, psst. I'm working on getting it uploaded to YouTube as well. So please check it out. Season 1 is all up. We are starting production on Season 2 very, very soon. Keep on smooching. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm excited for our next video in which we delve into the darkness that is Mr. Izumi Ray. Love y'all, and I'll see you next time. Night night.